Chapter 850, A Sneeze 1. These villagers can't see their cultivation. We should all be careful. Yunling looked at the villagers and narrowed her eyes. Seeing that everyone was ready to fight, Xiao Changtian couldn't help but stand aside. However, just as Chun Ming stood to the side, a breeze blew the smoke from the villagers' houses to where Xiao Changtian was standing. Xiao Changtian didn't expect that he would be so embarrassed at this time. The other party was ready to fight, but he was choked by the smoke and sneezed fiercely. However, seeing Xiao Changshan's actions, everyone was stunned. Because of the power of Xiao Changshan's sneeze, all the villagers in front of him turned into smoke and disappeared. Not only did the villagers disappear, but even the mountain peak in the distance trembled. This. The people who were the most shocked were none other than those people from the Misty Cloud sect, who were following behind. They were afraid of Xiao Changtian, the pretty boy just now. Who knew that Xiao Changtian would give them such a big surprise as soon as they came in? They were caught off guard. I am not seeing things, am I? Senior sister, this? What happened? The Misty Cloud sect's second senior sister muttered in disbelief after she recovered. What's going on? That's impossible. The people from the Misty Cloud sect were unable to recover from their shock for a long time when they saw this scene. Meanwhile, the members of the secret pavilion secretly glanced at them. Are these people ignorant of such an expert like Senior? Do they think they can easily show the world? Where's the person in front of me? However, when Xiao Changtian opened his eyes, he saw that it was empty in front of him. All the villagers had disappeared in an instant. Is this the power of the holy sect? Xiao Changtian then turned to look at the people from the divination pavilion. He didn't expect Glory sect to be so powerful. In just a blink of an eye, he had wiped out all of them. Senior, let's go. Seeing Xiao Changtian looking at them, the great elder of the Heaven Secret Pavilion thought that Xiao Changtian wanted them to continue advancing. All right, Xiao Changtian nodded. With these powerful cultivators around, he didn't even need to waste any effort to eliminate the enemies. The people from the Misty Cloud sect were still stunned on the spot after Xiao Changtian, and the others walked forward for a while. Junior sister, what are you guys standing there for? Senior has already walked a long way. Let's hurry up and leave. Looking at these people, Yunling could not help but remind them. Big. Senior sister, did you know about this expert's strength from the beginning? Yunling's voice finally brought these people back to their senses from their shock. What are you talking about? If Senior was really immortal, would I be so respectful to him? Yunling looked at her junior sister helplessly. She had made it so obvious, but her junior sister still thought Xiao Changtian was immortal. Then, Yunling led her junior sisters to follow Xiao Changtian. At this moment, the barbarian elder who was far behind was even more shocked. Did I see wrongly just now? The barbarian elder asked the barbarian cultivator beside him. Big. Great elder, that was impossible, right? Were our eyes playing tricks on us? The barbarian cultivator also said in disbelief. How could that be? How did this happen? The barbarian elder was so shocked by the scene that he kept muttering this sentence. He couldn't believe it. How could a mortal possess such formidable strength? If that was really the case, then Manli was right. He didn't use any strength to break Manli's dantian with his rod. Such powerful strength, what level was his cultivation at? Why can't we feel it? The barbarian elder narrowed his eyes and said after he came back to his senses. First elder, could it be that Xiao Changtian had already reached the strength of Glory sect? The barbarian cultivator asked the barbarian elder. Glory sect? How is that possible? There hasn't been a sage sect cultivator in the entire continent for who knows how many years. If he's really a sage sect expert, how could we not know? When the barbarian elder heard the barbarian cultivator's words, he immediately retorted. Someone like him is probably already a saint king. Then the barbarian elder arrived. Then if we deal with someone of such a level, we'll simply die. How are we going to avenge the eldest young master? Even though it wasn't Glory sect's strength, the saint ruler's strength was enough to make the barbarian sect's people's expressions change. Let's put this matter on hold for the time being. Don't forget the mission the sect master gave us. The barbarian elder said slowly. Now that they knew Xiao Changshan's strength, it was just asking for trouble if they wanted to deal with him. Moreover, the barbarian sect master didn't send them here to deal with Xiao Changtian, but to find Huang Shi in the secret realm. Not only did the Cloud Mist sect receive the attack of the demons, but even the barbarian sect also received the high attention of the barbarian sect. Although no one was injured because of this. In order to reactivate the high-level defense of the barbarian sect, the barbarian elder ordered the barbarian elder to go to the bone-eroding secret realm to look for Yellowstone. Yellowstone would only appear in the bone-eroding secret realm. In the past, Yellowstones could still be found in the Jade Lake Sacred World. However, they had disappeared at some point in time. Therefore, in order to defend against the demons, the barbarian sect had no choice but to take this risk. However, the barbarian elder didn't expect that he would encounter such a situation. Even if he had great ability, he couldn't do anything to Xiao Changtian. Therefore, he could only find Huang Shi first. On the other side, Xiao Changtian was leading the group to the small village. Currently, not a single person behind Xiao Changtian dared to talk about him. Those people from the Misty Cloud sect who had called Xiao Changtian a pretty boy were secretly rejoicing. Fortunately, Xiao Changtian did not hear them when they were talking about him. If Xiao Changtian knew that they were talking about him behind his back, it was likely that he would send them away with a sneeze. First Elder, where is this spirit tree seed? The bone-eroding mystic realm looked so big. Xiao Changtian, who was walking in front, looked at the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets and asked. Although the news said that the spirit tree seed was in the bone-eroding mystic realm, the exact location of the bone-eroding mystic realm was not mentioned. There's very little information about the bone-eroding mystic realm in our prophecy pavilion, so I'm not too sure where the spirit tree seed is. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said apologetically to Xiao Changtian. This bone-eroding mystic realm was too dangerous. Not many people who entered could leave alive. Therefore, there was very little news about this place in the Prophecy Pavilion. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 851. Set up Camp 1. In that case, we can only explore it bit by bit. Xiao Changtian wasn't too disappointed. After all, this place wasn't a place that one could enter and exit casually. Let's head south. Because Xiao Changtian had 2 spiritual tree seeds in his hands, he had a feeling that the spiritual tree seeds here seemed to be in the south of the bone-eroding secret realm. At this moment, in the depths of the bone-eroding mystic realm, in a huge cave, Beast Lord, many people have barged into the bone-eroding mystic realm in the past 2 days. Moreover, the people guarding the entrance were all wiped out. A sky-killing wolf said to the huge demon beast in the cave. Yes. The huge demon beast stretched lazily after hearing the sky-killing wolf's words. The villagers at the entrance were all eliminated? It seemed that the person this time was not small. The huge demon beast stretched its back and slowly said, "Oh right, Beast Lord, even the demons have come this time." Then the sky-killing wolf arrived. Yo! Demons. Wasn't that thing extinct a few hundred years ago? When the huge demon beast heard that it was a demon, it was slightly stunned. Then it smiled and said, "However, so had if it came?" Haha. Sky-killing wolf looked at the huge demonic beast and nodded. Then Beast Lord, should we attack now? Then the sky-killing wolf asked. No need. Let these people play in the bone-eroding mystic realm for a while. I reckon they'll die before we even do anything. The huge demonic beast yawned and replied after hearing the sky-killing wolf's words. After all, there were many dangerous things in this bone-eroding mystic realm. If they were not careful, they could take their lives. Moreover, ever since the bone-eroding mystic realm appeared, many people had never returned. He was not worried that those cultivators would be able to take away the things in the bone-eroding mystic realm. By the way, Miss Yin, where is the thing you're looking for? Xiao Changtian asked as he looked at Yin Ling Sr. I'm afraid we'll have to part ways after we pass that mountain. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Yin Ling said in a low voice. The thing we're looking for seems to be in the northernmost part of the country. We won't be going with you for the time being." Although following Xiao Changtian was the safest option for them, they had no choice but to search for the herbs to save the Misty Cloud sect master. "In that case, let's set up camp here for the night. It's going to be dark soon." Looking at Yunling, Xiao Changtian suggested. This place was indeed dangerous, although they had walked for such a long time, and there was only one villager causing trouble. Xiao Changtian knew that this place was definitely not ordinary. They had better be careful. "All right, senior, I'll listen to you." Looking at Xiao Changtian, Yunling said gratefully. Senior had helped their Misty Cloud sect so much. No matter what, she had to properly thank Senior when she returned this time around. Then the group set up camp in this place. "Why don't I make some barbecue for everyone tonight?" Xiao Changtian suggested as he looked at the crowd. It had been a long time since he had eaten barbecue. Since there were so many people around, he decided to show them his skills. "Senior, you know how to cook?" Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Yunling asked in surprise. "That's right. Not only is Senior's cooking good, but it's also very nutritious." The great elder of the secret pavilion nodded. The rice in Xiao Changshan's hands was not only delicious, but also had unexpected benefits. The great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets couldn't find any fault with such a dish. "All right, since it's decided, you guys wait here first. I'll go and check if there are any wild beasts around." After saying that, Xiao Changtian walked into the forest. "Elder Destiny, you've eaten the food made by Senior before?" After Xiao Changtian left, Yunling walked to the side of the great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets and asked. "Of course." Hearing this question, the great elder of the prophecy pavilion replied proudly. "Not only is Senior's cooking delicious, but after eating it, your cultivation will also advance." Really, however, the Misty Cloud sect's second senior sister could not help but speak when she heard these words. Although she had just witnessed Xiao Changshan's strength and was very shocked. However, how could a master like him know how to cook? And it was so delicious. Second junior sister, don't get slapped in the face again later. Yunling couldn't help but laugh when she saw second junior sister's incredulous look. "Big sister, I don't believe that he's really that powerful. Although he's really strong, you have to know that I, second sister, am a cultivator who has eaten all over the world." The second junior sister said with an unconvinced expression, because these years of training, although the progress of cultivation was not fast, but the mouth was getting more and more arrogant. Every time she went to a place, this second junior sister would search everywhere for what delicious food there would be. Therefore, for so many years, second junior sister had tasted all kinds of food. Therefore, second junior sister didn't have much hope for the barbecue Xiao Changtian mentioned. At this moment, Xiao Changtian was standing behind a tree, quietly looking at the animals in front of him. This animal was not any other ferocious beast, but a leopard with a very big head. "Ha ha ha, brother snake, I'll bury this thing under your tree first. You have to look after it well," the leopard said to the huge python on the tree. "Don't worry, brother panther. When have I ever lost it for you?" The python smiled and nodded at the leopard. This time, the leopard had buried something under his tree. It seemed to be a piece of yellow stone. This leopard liked to find strange things for him to guard. "All right, I'll be leaving first." After saying that to the python, the leopard raised its head and prepared to walk into the distance. Bang! However, before he could lift his foot, a rock fell from the sky and smashed into his head. Just like that, before the leopard could react, it fell to the ground with a bang. "Phew, I didn't expect my aim to be so stable." Xiao Changtian smiled in satisfaction as he looked at the panther lying on the ground. Originally, he had wanted to smash it to attract the leopard's attention. Who would have thought that this leopard was actually so weak? It had fainted with just one blow. "Ah, brother bow." However, the python, who had already turned around on the tree, turned around and saw the leopard lying on the ground in a daze. It instantly turned pale with fright. "Let's go. You should be enough for everyone tonight." Under the python's gaze, Xiao Changtian carried the leopard and walked back. Then, that's actually a human. By the time the giant python came back to its senses, Xiao Changtian had already carried the leopard far away. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 852, Bad News 1. Brother Panther is a demonic beast at the sage level. How did that human do it? I knocked Brother Panther unconscious in the blink of an eye. Seeing Xiao Changtian carrying Brother Panther away, the giant python muttered in disbelief. Although he also wanted Qian Yin to save Brother Leopard, he was only a Saint Venerable. Brother Leopard's Saint sect was knocked out so easily. If he went over, he would definitely have no chance of winning. No, we have to report this matter to Sky Killing Wolf. After the python finished speaking, it instantly darted into the distance. Hey, is everyone ready? You guys wait a moment. I 11 deal with this leopard. Well, roast the leopard meat later. Xiao Changtian, who was carrying the leopard, quickly returned to the camp and smiled at everyone. Then, that's actually a divine bow leopard. When everyone saw the leopard on Xiao Changshan's shoulder, their faces changed. The divine bow leopard was a demonic beast of the sage sect level. Although it was not commonly seen in the Jade Lake sacred world, its name was known by everyone. Although the sage sect level of the demon beasts were on the same level as the cultivators, due to their own attributes, they were able to exert more power than the cultivators of the same level. Therefore, only 3 sage sect cultivators had the confidence to take down this divine bow leopard. And now, Xiao Changtian had only been gone for a few minutes, and he had come back with him. From this, one could see Xiao Changshan's strength. At that time, the python quickly found the sky-killing wolf in the forest. Brother Sirius. Brother Sirius. Not good. The great event is not good. When the python saw sky-killing wolf, it immediately screamed and dashed over. What's the matter? How many times have I told you? Although we are demon beasts, we also want to be exquisite demon beasts. Look at you now. Sky-killing wolf said unhappily when he saw the giant python running over in a panic. Brother Sky Wolf, what kind of time was this? Why was he still so particular about exquisiteness? The python looked at Sky-killing wolf and said anxiously, Brother Panther was carried away by humans. I really had no choice but to report to you. All the beasts in the bone-eroding secret realm knew that the Sky-killing wolf was the right-hand man of the Beast King in the bone-eroding secret realm. Because it was probably a saint ruler, not only was it by the Beast King's side, but even the beasts in the bone-eroding secret realm worshipped it very much. If they encountered any danger, they would come to the Sky-killing wolf for help. Are you sure it was a human who took the leopard away? Sky-killing wolf asked in disbelief. It's absolutely true. In the blink of an eye, that human knocked Brother Panther unconscious and took him away. The python repeated anxiously. That human was simply too terrifying. He had been in the bone-eroding mystic realm for so many years, but he had never seen a human as terrifying as him. How is that possible? Hearing the python's answer, Sky-killing wolf looked doubtful. One had to know that he knew the strength of the people who came to the mystic realm this time. No one had the ability to knock out a leopard and carry it away alone. Brother Sirius, it's impossible. Come with me to take a look. I'm afraid that Brother Bao will be gone later. The python looked at Sky-killing wolf and said anxiously, that human was so powerful. If they didn't take action now, they would really be finished. Since that's the case, I'll go take a look. Let me tell you, little python, if you dare to lie to me, then just wait. After Sky-killing wolf finished speaking, he followed the giant python and ran towards Xiao Changshan's camp. Although he still didn't believe the python's words, the python's eagerness didn't seem like a prank, so he could only come and observe. At this moment in Xiao Changshan's camp, everyone don't be anxious. The leopard meat has just been processed and is still fresh. The exam will begin immediately. Xiao Changtian served the leopard meat skewered with a wooden skewer. After smiling at everyone, he placed the meat on the fire. There doesn't seem to be any chili. When Xiao Changtian took out the ingredients, he found that the chili inside had been eaten up. Forget it, I'll go find more. Xiao Changtian was about to get up. However, when they saw Xiao Changtian stand up, the people from the Heaven's Secret Pavilion immediately said, Senior, let us go. You guys? Looking at these people, Xiao Changtian was a little surprised. Do you know what chili is? Facing Xiao Changshan's question, the few of them were confused and asked, Senior, what is chili? There were no chili peppers in the Jade Lake Sacred World. They only had crops that were similar to chili peppers, but the spiciness was not obvious. Therefore, the few of them didn't know what the chili that Xiao Changtian mentioned was. You guys should sit down first. A look around. Xiao Changtian didn't care too much about it. After all, cultivators like this usually didn't eat easily. Then Xiao Changtian stood up and walked away. Although Xiao Changtian didn't know if there would be chilies in this place, there were so many plants here. He could always find something similar to chilies. Boss Jiao, there's a human there. As expected, not long after Xiao Changtian walked forward, he saw a plant that looked very similar to chili. Yo, it's really rare. We haven't seen anyone in this place for a long time. The person called Boss Pepper looked at Chen Ming, who was slowly walking over, and said excitedly, Boss Pepper, do you want this human to be your fertilizer? Looking at Xiao Chang's slowly approaching figure, a small tree swaying beside the huge pepper asked, No need. I haven't seen a human in such a long time. This time, I have to play with this human properly. Moreover, this human seems to be immortal. It will definitely be more fun to play with than those cultivators. The huge pepper smiled sinisterly. At this moment, Xiao Changtian raised his head and saw the giant pepper. Wow, this place really has chili. It's so big. One can be eaten for a long time. Xiao Changtian said happily as he looked at the huge chili. This was really a pleasant surprise. However, although the chili looked so big, he did not know if it would taste good when he ate it. Ha ha ha, human, touch it. As long as you touch my fruit, it'll make it spicy for you. Chili Pepper was also looking at Xiao Changtian with excitement. It was a Saint Venerable level chili pepper, and its skill was to release its spiritual power through chili peppers. As long as one touched the chili on its vines, they would definitely be dizzy and lose their minds. Let's pick one and taste it. Xiao Changtian stretched out his hand towards the chili. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 853, Morning Pepper 1. Ha ha ha, this human is really bold. Just wait and see how Boss Jiao will kill you. The swaying sapling at the side was also excited when he saw this scene. He loved to watch Boss Jiao attack humans. He would be very excited to see humans running around while being attacked by Boss Jiao. However, just as the two plants were excited to see the human running away under the attack of the giant pepper, Xiao Changtian picked up a pepper. Kacha kacha. Before the two plants could react, they saw Xiao Changtian wiping the chili on his body and taking a big bite. Not bad. It's quite spicy. Xiao Changtian nodded in satisfaction after tasting it. Initially, he thought that this chili would not taste good because it was so big. Who knew that it would be comparable to those small chilies? Pepper. Boss Jiao, what is the strength of this person in front of us? The swaying sapling looked at Xiao Changtian and asked, Fuck. You actually dare to pluck the fruit of this daddy's reign. However, Giant Pepper was furious. He didn't expect this. He wanted to teach Xiao Changtian a lesson. He did not expect that this person's strength was actually so powerful. His attack actually had no effect on him. See if I don't increase my strength and teach you a good lesson. Although Giant Pepper was impressed by how powerful this person was, he did not believe that he would not be able to deal with this human with 80% of his spiritual power. The giant pepper instantly focused its attack on its fruit. As long as this human dared to touch its pepper, it was guaranteed that this human's entire hand would be attacked until it rotted. Crack, crack, crack. However, just as the giant pepper was about to exterminate this human, Xiao Changtian grabbed the chilies on the vine and plucked them one by one. No. Impossible. This fruit of mine is extremely offensive. Even if a sage sect plucked it, they would be in so much pain that they would roll around. Why is it useless against this human? Seeing Xiao Changtian pluck the chilies one by one, Giant Pepper's body trembled in disbelief. At the same time, his entire body was trembling violently from fear. Even the small tree beside him was so frightened that it did not dare to move. This human was too terrifying. The swaying tree knew that the giant pepper had been angry just now. The chili on it instantly swelled up because of its anger. It was obvious how powerful it was. However, such a strong power did not affect Xiao Changtian at all. This human did not even frown. Alright, this should be enough. Xiao Changtian smiled and nodded as he looked at the peppers he had harvested. Pepper. Boss Pepper, are you alright now? Looking at Xiao Changshan's back, the swaying tree came back to its senses and asked, "This human is too terrifying. I was unlucky to encounter him today, but fortunately, that human only plucked a few of my fruits. Otherwise, I'm done for." At this moment, the giant pepper didn't have the anger it had before. When Xiao Changtian pulled its pepper down, it could feel the terrifying pressure from Xiao Changtian. As for his pepper, even if he used 10% of his spiritual energy, he was still not a match for that human. After coming back to his senses, Giant Pepper thought with lingering fear. Really, it was too terrifying. It seemed that the bone-eroding mystic realm was going to change because of this human. The swaying tree also muttered. After a while, Xiao Changtian returned to the camp. Everyone must be waiting anxiously. I went to pick some chili. It just so happens that the leopard meat is also cooked. Xiao Changtian returned and smiled at everyone. He hadn't been there for long, but the leopard meat was already cooked. It seemed that he had to eat fresh meat. Then, Xiao Changtian took out the freshly picked chilies and began to prepare the seasoning. This senior must have made the morning pepper. Looking at the chill in Xiao Changshan, everyone sighed again. Senior actually dared to eat this level of morning sky pepper. It was simply terrifying. Senior, let us help you. Looking at Xiao Changtian, many people stepped forward to help. After a while, Xiao Changtian finished making the condiments. Alright, now that this is done, everyone can start eating. Looking at his masterpiece, Xiao Changtian said with satisfaction. At this moment, not far away, the giant python smelled a rich fragrance. Aya, brother Sirius. Do you smell it? What is this smell? It's so fragrant. I'm hungry. I want to eat it too. Looking at the sky-killing wolf behind him, the python drooled at the fragrance. He didn't know what kind of meat it was that could smell so good. He really wanted to try it. Aren't you afraid of your brother leopard's meat fragrance? Sky-killing wolf said jokingly when he saw the python's craving. Oh no, don't be serious. The giant python came back to its senses in an instant. That human was so powerful. If Brother Panther was eaten by him. Brother Sirius, it's just ahead. Then, the python didn't hesitate and brought Sky-killing wolf to Xiao Changshan's camp. Great Elder, I seem to have sensed the aura of a terrifying demonic beast. At this moment, the 5 experts of the sage sect from the prophecy pavilion could feel the dangerous aura around them. So they couldn't help but ask the Great Elder. Senior hasn't said anything. I'm afraid Senior has his own plans. If we really make a move first, wouldn't that mean that we don't take Senior seriously? After hearing the cultivator's words, the first elder of the prophecy pavilion replied in a low voice. Because at this moment, Xiao Changtian was still focused on the roast meat in front of him. He wasn't affected by the demon beasts at all. Ah, Brother Sirius. Brother Panther. Brother Bao has really been eaten. The python stood firm and looked at the leopard skin in the distance as it shouted in a daze. No, no, no. That was impossible. Then, isn't that Brother Bao? The python shook its head in disbelief. The sky-killing wolf beside the giant python looked at the scene in front of it and frowned. What's going on? Leopard is from the sage sect. How could he be killed? No, we can't act rashly for the time being. Sky-killing wolf said to the giant python beside him, after coming back to his senses. I heard that there are 5 cultivators from Glory sect who came this time. At this moment, Sky-killing wolf didn't believe that the leopard was killed by that mortal. So he pushed the blame onto the 5 people from Glory sect. Little python, wait here first. Oh, go and observe the situation first. After saying that, the sky-killing wolf walked towards the bonfire. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., Please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 855, Black Bear 1. Sky-killing wolf, what happened to you? How can you be covered in blood? The huge demonic beast asked in surprise when it saw the Sirius. Although Sky-killing wolf had opponents in the bone-eroding secret realm, he could basically do whatever he wanted. Even if he could beat Sky-killing wolf, it was impossible for him to be injured like this. Beast Lord, you don't know, but that human's strength is too terrifying. I reckon that his strength is comparable to yours. The Sky-killing wolf looked at the Beast Lord in front of him, and could not help but say, ignoring the injuries on his body. Right now, Sky-killing wolf felt that he could only feel comforted by standing beside the Beast Lord. And the thing that the Sky-killing wolf called Beast Lord was not any other creature, but a huge black bear. His strength is on par with mine? After Black Bear heard Sky-killing wolf's words, he looked unhappy. Sky-killing wolf, you should know my strength. I have the strength of a Saint Emperor, let alone the bone-eroding secret realm. Even if I leave this place, no beast or human will be my match. When the Black Bear heard Sky-killing wolf's words, he was very unhappy. He had never been questioned before. But now his most trusted subordinate actually said that the human's cultivation was on par with his. How could he tolerate this? Sky-killing wolf, tell me where that human is. I want to meet him. Black Bear snorted coldly. Bang! However, at this moment, a loud bang came from the entrance of the Black Bear's cave. Left Protector, that bone-corroding red grass seems to be in this bear cave. Then Black Bear heard a shout from outside. Truly overestimating oneself. A fiend race actually has designs on me, the Tin Sky Bear. Black Bear, who was going to find Xiao Changtian, didn't expect these demons to be so arrogant. In that case, let's deal with these demons first. The Black Bear walked out without thinking. Left Protector, I heard that there's a Saint Emperor beast in the bone-eroding secret realm. A demon asked worriedly as he looked at the huge cave. Shut your jinx. If it really was a Saint Emperor beast, why would it live here? This was an ordinary demon beast cave. The Left Protector of the demon race did not want to be so unlucky. They had wandered around this mystic realm for a long time before they found the location of this cave. Although they did not know what exactly lived in this cave, the bone-corroding red grass they were looking for was inside. You go in and scout the way first. The Left Protector said to the demon race person who had just spoken. Yes. The demon race man didn't hesitate. He looked at the pitch-black cave and immediately walked in. However, after a long time, the demon race person still did not come out. Why are you so slow? The Left Protector looked at the pitch-black cave unhappily. This person must be punished when they return. Not only did he talk too much, but he was also so slow to scout the way. You guys follow me in and take a look. The Left Protector saw that there was no movement inside for a long time. She really could not wait any longer. So she called the demon race people beside her and walked inside together. Aren't you afraid of the demon beasts inside? However, just as these demon race people walked into the darkness, Black Bear's words rang in their ears. Isn't it just a little demon beast? With the Left Protector, what is there to be afraid of? Hearing that, a demon said indifferently, Ah, who's talking? However, after he finished speaking, the demon race person finally reacted. You really overestimate yourself. Today, I'll let you all have a good look at the power of the little demon beast. After the Black Bear finished speaking, it immediately released its own pressure. Not good. Saint Emperor demonic beast. Run. The Left Protector had never thought that she would be so unlucky. The beast in the cave was not an ordinary beast, but the legendary Saint Emperor beast. Before anyone could react, the Left Protector disappeared from where she was. What a joke. The Left Protector would not be so foolish as to fight head-on with a Sage Sect-level demonic beast. Although the Left Protector ran very fast, the other demon race people did not react in time. They could only die miserably in the cave under the Black Bear's attack. No, we can't take such a risk. We have to think of a way. While Black Bear was dealing with the other demon race people, the Left Protector escaped from inside. The second day soon arrived. Yunling, let's part ways here first. All of you go and search for the things that you want to see in the Misty Cloud sect. I will go and search for my spirit tree seed. Looking at Yunling, Xiao Changtian said goodbye to her. Senior, you must take good care of yourself. Looking at Xiao Changtian, Yunling said reluctantly. Yunling didn't know when it started, but her feelings for Xiao Changtian had changed. At first, she was just grateful to Xiao Changtian, but now for some reason, she wanted to follow him forever. Okay, you guys take care too. After greeting Yunling with a smile, Xiao Changtian led the group of people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets forward. At this moment, the members of the secret pavilion felt more and more useless. They had followed Senior for so long, and Senior could solve any problems with a wave of his hand. As for them, they just watched silently from the side, wondering why Senior had brought them here. First Elder, didn't you say that this bone-eroding mystic realm is very dangerous? Why didn't he feel anything after entering? Xiao Changtian asked the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets. Senior, maybe. The great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion also didn't know why Senior would ask such a question. Even if it was a life-threatening problem for them, Xiao Changtian could solve it with a wave of his hand. Therefore, the great elder didn't know how to answer Xiao Changshan's question. I know, it's because the things inside saw that we have 5 sage sect experts, and didn't dare to come out and cause trouble. Xiao Changtian looked at the great elder with a face of realization. He had almost forgotten that there were 5 sage sect level experts behind him. Even the most powerful demon beast would have to think twice before dealing with 5 of such powerful experts at once. Haha, Senior is right. Seeing Xiao Changtian like this, the people from the pavilion could only reply with a smile. Right, First Elder, when will our Prophecy Pavilion start dealing with the demons? Xiao Changtian asked in boredom. Senior, as long as you want, we can start when we return. The great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion slowly said. Elder, this matter still depends on you. As long as I find the spirit tree seed, call me anytime. Xiao Changtian nodded. After all, this demon had been so rampant recently. It was only a matter of time before he dealt with them. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 856. The Ancient Tree of the Gods. 1. Just like that, the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets followed Xiao Changshan's footsteps and walked north for a long time. Putting everything else aside, this bone-eroding mystic realm is quite big. Where would the seed of the spirit tree be hidden? Standing in front of the group, he looked around and said, Senior, look over there. There seems to be a cave. Just as Xiao Changtian was looking around, a member of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets shouted, That's true. Let's go and take a look. Xiao Changtian looked at the cave without hesitation, because he could also feel that the seed of the spirit tree was in this area. Then the few of them slowly walked towards the cave. Everyone be careful. There might not be anything in this place. Xiao Changtian, who was walking in front, reminded him. However, the cave that Xiao Changtian and the others were going to was not the Black Bear's cave. Instead, it was a cave of unknown origin. There were countless caves in the bone-eroding mystic realm. The Black Bear simply found a cave with a good geographical location to live in. At this moment, the towering ancient tree in the cave also sensed that someone was slowly walking into the cave. Huel Huel. When the towering ancient tree sensed that someone was coming, it quickly shook the leaves on the tree. Ha ha ha, after so many years, there are finally more people in this dark cave. The towering ancient tree sensed their footsteps and let out a sinister laugh. Senior, why don't we go in and scout the way first? The few people who had just entered the cave looked at Xiao Changtian and said. It had been the seniors who had been doing everything along the way. They had not done anything, so they felt a little guilty. And now was their chance to show off. That's right. Senior, wait here first. Let us go in and explore the ground first. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said to Xiao Changtian. Since you're all so enthusiastic, I'll wait for you here. Xiao Changtian saw how enthusiastic they were, and immediately understood what was going on. These people must have sensed the danger in the cave. It seemed that he would be dragging them down if he followed them. So these people asked him to wait here. However, this was also good, in case he couldn't escape in time. Seeing that Xiao Changtian had agreed, the members of the secret pavilion nodded and walked into the cave. Great Elder, be careful. Not long after they left, the scene in front of them suddenly became clear. However, just as First Elder stepped in, there was a sudden crashing sound around him. Ha ha ha, humans, you're finally here. Just as they walked into the cave, the voice of the towering ancient tree sounded in their ears. That's actually the 2,000-year-old god who ancient tree. When they saw the scene before their eyes, their expressions changed. One had to know that an ordinary ancient tree would not grow for more than 1,000 years. There was only one ancient tree on the continent that could grow for such a long time, and that was the Hugad ancient tree. No one had ever seen the ancient tree of Hugad on the main road, so everyone thought that the ancient tree of Hugad was just a legend. They actually met today, and it was in the bone-eroding mystic realm. The few of them recognized the unique characteristic of the ancient tree of Hugad at a glance. One had to know that this 1,000-year-old tree had grown for 1,000 years, so its power naturally could not be underestimated. In fact, the cultivation base of this ancient tree could not even be described as saint rank. No one knew how powerful this ancient tree was. You little Saint Sex and a little Saint King are actually so bold to come to the territory of my ancient tree. Aren't I afraid that your heads will fall off in the next second? Looking at the people from the Heaven Secret Pavilion, the ancient Hugad tree laughed loudly. Goo. Senior ancient tree, we didn't come here to offend you on purpose. It's because we want to find the spirit tree seed. Looking at the Hugad ancient tree in front of him, even the great elder of the prophecy pavilion did not dare to act rashly. He could only speak in a low voice. After all, they couldn't defeat an old monster of this level, even if they joined forces. Spirit tree seed? Did I hear wrongly? What? After the ancient Hu tree heard the first elder's words, it had a surprised expression. You guys actually still have delusions about the spirit tree seed. This is simply a fool's dream. One had to know that this spirit tree seed was the most precious thing of the ancient tree. In order to protect its spirit tree seed, the ancient tree had hidden it in its trunk. The seed of the spirit tree was in the trunk of the ancient tree, providing energy to the ancient tree. Without the spirit tree seed, the 2,000 years of cultivation of the ancient tree would collapse. Therefore, the seed of the spirit tree was also the most precious thing of the ancient tree. It's over, Great Elder. We seem to have angered this ancient tree. The people from the Heaven Secrets Pavilion said in panic, as they looked at the trembling leaves of the ancient tree. Big, Great Elder, we are no match for this ancient tree. Another person from the secret pavilion said with a trembling voice. Ha ha ha, of course you're no match for me. Look at your feet. After hearing the words of the people from the Heaven Secret Pavilion, the ancient Hugad tree laughed loudly. I spent 500 years to refine the formation beneath your feet. In a few minutes, you will become my fertilizer. After the ancient tree of Hugad finished speaking, it still laughed out loud. Big, Great Elder, what should we do now? The people from the prophecy pavilion looked at the Great Elder with fear on their faces. They could feel that even if they used all the spiritual energy in their bodies, they would not be able to lift their feet. Not to mention escaping. Everyone, don't panic. The Great Elder of the prophecy pavilion said. However, just as the Great Elder of the prophecy pavilion finished speaking, Xiao Changshan's voice came from behind. Great Elder, why are you guys so slow? I've been waiting outside for so long that the flowers have withered. Xiao Changtian slowly walked over. Senior, don't go forward. Seeing Xiao Changtian walking towards them, the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets urged loudly. In front of him is the formation of the ancient tree of Hugad. If Senior continues to walk forward, he will step into this formation. What is it? Do you have spirit tree seeds here? Because of the distance, Xiao Changtian couldn't hear what they were talking about. He thought that the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets had found the spirit tree seed. Aya, I told you the spirit tree seed was here. It seems like my intuition is right. Xiao Changtian said as he walked towards Tianqi. The people of the Heaven Secret Pavilion looked at Xiao Changshan's actions anxiously. They wanted Senior to not come. Why didn't Senior listen to his advice and still walked in? At this moment, the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets were looking at Xiao Changtian anxiously. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 857, Danger 1. Yo, I actually got another mortal? But mortals are mortals, so be it. They'll be my fertilizer later. The ancient tree of Hu God said excitedly when it saw Xiao Changtian walking over. A great elder, what should we do now? Senior, why can't you hear me? The people from the prophecy pavilion looked at the first elder anxiously. I don't know what to do either. The great elder was also very anxious at this moment. He also wanted to stop Xiao Changtian, but there was nothing he could do. After everyone closed their eyes and prayed, Xiao Changtian stepped into the array in front of them. I was wondering why you guys were standing there without moving. Is the spirit tree seed on that big tree in front? To everyone's surprise, Xiao Changtian actually walked to their side without being affected. This was a 1,000-year-old ancient tree. The Hu God ancient tree had spent 500 years to set up this array. How could Xiao Changtian travel so easily through this huge formation? This was simply too unbelievable. Similarly, the ancient tree of the Hu God was also shocked. What happened? What's wrong with this person? Why is he not restricted by my formation? At this moment, the ancient tree of Hu God looked at Xiao Changtian, who was shuttling back and forth in the formation with shock and disbelief. No, I must be seeing things. Seeing Xiao Changtian walk to the side of the cultivators, the ancient tree comforted itself. He did not believe that the array he had refined for 500 years could not stop a mortal. Moreover, this array had consumed 200 years of his cultivation back then. Let alone a mortal, he could even deal with a pair of Saint Emperor black bears in the bone-eroding secret realm. Before, Senior, you're fine. Seeing Xiao Changtian walk to their side unscathed and walk back and forth freely in this array formation, the people of the Heaven Secret Pavilion were all stunned. Moreover, it wasn't just Xiao Changtian. When Xiao Changtian stood next to them, they had also escaped from the control of the array. What can happen to me? Xiao Changtian looked at them and said. There was nothing strange about this place. Why were they looking at him with such strange expressions? It was really baffling. No, it's nothing. Senior, be careful. The spirit tree seed is in that big tree. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets explained with a smile when he saw Xiao Changshan's expression. That's right, why are they worried about Senior? What level of cultivation was Senior at? Was it still their turn to worry? Damn, this human is actually walking straight towards me. At this moment, the ancient tree of the Hu God was looking at Xiao Changtian, who was walking towards it, its eyes full of fear. At this moment, even if he wanted to deceive himself, he could not do anything. He could feel that even if he had 1,000 years of cultivation, he was still suppressed by Xiao Changtian. What was this person's strength? How could he be so powerful? The ancient Hu God tree was so frightened that it wanted to uproot itself and escape. However, because it had cultivated for 100 years, its roots had long become one with the ground under its feet. Therefore, the ancient Hu God tree had no way to retreat. Save! Help! Someone save me! In the end, seeing Xiao Changtian getting closer and closer, the ancient tree of Hu God helplessly sent a distress signal to the outside. However, one had to know that the entire God Hu ancient tree was the most powerful plant in the bone-eroding mystic realm. Now that such a powerful plant like him was in trouble, the other plants could not be saved even if they wanted to. Then, was that human finally going to attack the ancient tree? After hearing the call for help from the ancient tree, the swaying tree beside the morning pepper also trembled and said, I told you, fortunately, that human didn't attack me, and only pluck some of my chili. Otherwise, I would have died long ago. Even Xiao Tianjiao said with lingering fear. But poor Lord Hu, we can't do anything about such a strong human. At this moment, many plants outside were mourning for the ancient tree of Hu God. They were all willing but unable to do so. If they were to rush forward to rescue him now, they would only die. At this moment, The tree looked at Xiao Changtian in front of it, and then looked outside the cave. After sending out the distress signal, there was no response at all. It felt a chill in its heart. Difficult. Could it be that my divine who ancient tree is going to die here today? Looking at Xiao Changtian, who was getting closer and closer, the ancient tree said in despair. In the past 1,000 years, he had killed countless cultivators. Could it be that everything that happened today was retribution? Not good. Old who is actually in danger now. Black Bear, who had just finished dealing with the demons, was slightly stunned after sensing the distress signal from the ancient tree. The ancient Hu God tree had a cultivation base of 1,000 years. Even the strength of their sage sect had suffered losses at its hands. Now it actually sent out such a strange distress signal. Who had such great ability to actually make the ancient Hu God tree feel fear? Sky-killing wolf, hurry up and follow me to see what happened to the ancient tree. Looking at the sky-killing wolf that had just finished treating its wound, Black Bear called out to him. At this moment, after the Heaven Splitter Heavenly Wolf heard Black Bear's words, it had a bad feeling in its heart. Could it be that person from before? Looking at Black Bear, Sky-killing Wolf's guess grew stronger. However, Black Bear didn't believe him. Thus, when he saw Black Bear beckoning him to go with him, Sky-killing Wolf resisted in his heart. What happened? Why is the Sky-killing Wolf dawdling? Black Bear frowned as he looked at Sky-killing Wolf, standing there unwillingly. Beast Lord, I still feel uncomfortable. I have to. Why don't you go first? Looking at Black Bear's impatient face, Sky-killing Wolf lowered his head and explained. Sky-killing Wolf, I find that you are becoming more and more pretentious. Seeing Sky-killing Wolf like this, Black Bear had an impatient look on his face. Then I'll go first. You follow me quickly later. After saying that, the Black Bear ran towards the cave of the ancient tree. What should we do now? The one who can make the ancient tree feel threatened must be that human. What can I do? If I go, I'll only be sending myself to death. Sky-killing Wolf muttered as he watched Black Bear leave. It was better for him to stay here and watch the cave for the Beast Lord first. He would take a look at the Beast Lord's situation later. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 859. The Third Spirit Tree Seed. 1. At this moment, not only were there people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets in this cave, but there were also barbarian elders hiding in the dark. The barbarian elder had sneaked in when Xiao Changtian and the others were concentrating on the ancient tree. However, the barbarian elder had not expected the ancient tree to be inside. He immediately regretted his decision and wanted to escape, but before he could do anything, the Saint Emperor He Xiong arrived. Big, great elder, what should we do now? Looking at the scene in front of them, the people of the barbarian sect asked in horror. Let's just hide here and not move. Maybe that Black Bear will leave after he finishes off Xiao Changtian. The barbarian elder swallowed his saliva and said, he really did not expect that this would actually happen. They did not dare to move at all, afraid that they would provoke the people present. No matter who they were all existences that the barbarian sect could not afford to offend. Hey little Black Bear, I'm here. Xiao Changtian walked towards the Black Bear with the brick in his hand. Arrogant. He's simply arrogant. Black Bear couldn't stand such humiliation. He looked at Xiao Changtian and rushed forward without hesitation. Xiao Changtian saw the Black Bear rushing towards him and threw the brick at the Black Bear's head without hesitation. Bang! The moment the Black Bear touched the brick, it fell to the ground with a bang. What's going on? Seeing this scene, everyone present was stunned. That was a Saint Emperor level Black Bear. He was knocked out by Xiao Changshan's brick. What was going on? Then, that human. At this moment, the Black Bear that was smashed felt incomparable fear. How could this human in front of him be immortal? It could actually make him so afraid. This Black Bear is really weak. It was knocked down by a brick. Looking at the Black Bear that was slapped to the ground, Xiao Changtian smacked his lips and shook his head in disdain. This is simply too terrifying. Looking at Xiao Changtian, The ancient tree behind him fell into despair once again. He should not believe that someone could deal with this human in front of him. Little black bear, I still have things to do now. If you know what's good for you and leave, then I won't hold it against you. Xiao Changtian said as he looked at the black bear that was howling on the ground. Woo! Woo! Under Xiao Changshan's gaze, the black bear stood up immediately and ran out of the cave. The moment he stood up, he felt dizzy. He almost fell to the ground again. Alright, it's just a black bear. Luckily my hand is strong. One brick was enough to hurt it. Xiao Changtian turned around and consoled them as he watched the black bear leave. At this moment, the people from the barbarian sect, who were hiding in the dark, were so shocked that they could not recover for a long time. Big, great elder, why don't we just forget about Xiao Changtian and young Master Manly? Finally, one of the barbarians came back to his senses and said slowly to the barbarian elder, Do you think I would be so stupid as to cause trouble for Xiao Changtian? Looking at the person in front of him, the barbarian elder said in a low voice, What a joke, right? How could they find trouble with a person who could knock down a Saint Emperor beast with a single brick? Before, Senior, you're amazing. All the people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets were filled with admiration when they saw this. They had never thought that their senior would be so powerful that he could easily defeat a Saint Emperor demon beast. At this moment, they were all thinking at the same time, what kind of strength did senior have? They originally thought that Qianbei was a Saint Emperor, but now it seemed like he was even more powerful than a Saint Emperor. It's just a black bear. Although it looks a little big, it's really not as scary as you think. Xiao Changtian couldn't help but say when he saw the stunned expressions on their faces. Alright, it's time to get the spirit tree seed. Then, Xiao Changtian came to the ancient tree of Hugad again. What should we do? What should he do? Forget it, go all out. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the ancient Hugad tree said in fear. Because he had to make a decision. He had to hand over the spirit tree seed in exchange for a chance to live. Crash! Crash! Under Xiao Changshan's gaze, the ancient tree of Hugad shook violently. What's with this tree? Could it be that my charm is so great that even the tree can't help it? Xiao Changtian said in surprise as he looked at the shaking ancient tree. Pa! Pa! Under Xiao Changshan's astonished gaze, the huge bark of the ancient tree began to fall off piece by piece. D*MN, that can't be. I'm not interested in a tree. Xiao Changtian didn't expect that the tree would shed its skin on its own. It really shocked Xiao Changtian. That was spirit tree seed. Just as Xiao Changtian took 2 steps back and was ready to deal with any unexpected situation, he suddenly saw the seed of the spirit tree, emitting a gentle green light in the trunk. So this tree knows that I'm looking for the spirit tree seed. Xiao Changtian said in surprise after seeing the seed of the spirit tree. Not bad, not bad. I didn't expect this tree to understand human language. Xiao Changtian said happily after picking up the seed. The ancient tree of Hugad saw that Xiao Changtian didn't pay attention to it. After he got the seed of the spiritual tree, he secretly let out a sigh of relief. Fortunately, I made the decision in time. Otherwise, I'm afraid I would have been a dead tree by now. Although the ancient Hugad tree had lost its spirit tree seed, it was no longer so panicked when it saw that it could still survive. Congratulations, Senior, for obtaining the spirit tree seed. Seeing the joy on Xiao Changshan's face, the few people from the Heaven Secret Pavilion immediately stepped forward and said, Ha ha ha, since we've got the item, it's time for us to return. Xiao Changtian said with satisfaction after keeping the seed. Alright, he had already collected 3 of them. As long as he found the remaining 7, he could buy them from the system. Alright, Senior, let's go now. At this moment, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets was even more respectful towards Xiao Changtian. A person with the strength of a senior had already surpassed their understanding. They could only treat such a person with respect. Then they walked out of the cave. No, why was there a demon aura? Just as the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion walked out of the cave, his expression suddenly changed. He then looked into the distance and said, If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc. Please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 861. Sacred Lord Demonic Flames Fury 1. Since that expert has already caught up, you don't have to live anymore. After Black Bear finished speaking, he slapped the left protector in front of Sky-Killing Wolf into meat paste. At this moment in the demon race, Sacred Lord Demonic Flame, the left protector has sent a message. A demon race person said to Sacred Lord Demonic Flame. Oh, haha, really? What good news? Did you get the bone-corroding red grass? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was delighted to hear this. It seemed that the bone-eroding mystic realm was not that scary. It had only been a short time, and the left protector had already obtained the item. No, it's about Xiao Changtian. The demon said with a trembling voice. Xiao Changtian? What about that person? Has he been killed? Although Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was a little disappointed, she still had a smile on her face. No, the left protector was being chased by Xiao Changtian and sent a message to warn us to be careful of him. The demon race man finally explained the contents of the transmission. What? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame stood up in shock. Reporting, Holy Lord Demonic Flame, something bad has happened. The left protector's lantern has been extinguished. At this moment, another demon race person rushed in and said, What? Preposterous. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's eyes widened in shock. What about the others who went with us? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame asked again. Reporting to Sacred Lord Demonic Flame, the others who went with us have already extinguished their light signs. That person did not hide anything, and told him everything truthfully. Damn it! This is simply too hateful. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame was so angry that he couldn't even finish his words. Looking at the entrance of the demon race hall, his eyes were scarlet and filled with killing intent. A puny human dares to provoke us demons time and time again. This was simply too much. Do you really think that my demon race is so easy to bully? Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's face was filled with rage. What kind of trash was this Xiao Changtian? He actually dared to be so arrogant. Mo Yen, as far as I know, Xiao Changtian is backed by the Heaven Secret Pavilion. At this time, the demon god Saintus walked out from the side and said slowly, It's just a small pavilion of heavenly secrets. How dare you be so arrogant? The anger on Sacred Lord Demonic Flame's face became even more obvious when she heard the name of the secret pavilion. If he had known that the left protector was a subordinate that he had carefully nurtured, he would have been his right-hand man for many years. Not only did the left protector do things neatly, but her strength had also reached the level of a sage sect. It was also a very prestigious existence in the demon race. But now, he was actually killed by a human, and it was said that he was immortal. This made Sacred Lord Demonic Flame furious, but at the same time, she found it unbelievable that Xiao Changgishan has repeatedly ruined the plans of my demon race. Very good, you have successfully made me remember you. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame took a deep breath and slowly said, Demonic Flame, looks like we won't be able to get the bone-corroding red grass back this time. The God-fiend goddess shook her head as she watched Sacred Lord Demonic Flame. If we miss this opportunity, the demon lord might not be able to wake up for long. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame took a deep breath and closed her eyes. It's all this Xiao Changshan's fault. The matter of the demon master could only be put aside for now. Sacred Lord Demonic Flame said unwillingly. Since that's the case, we'll have to deal with this Xiao Changtian. At that time in the Black Bear's cave. Quick, follow me. Fortunately, I was smart back then and left a secret passage in my cave. Black Bear looked at the dead left protector and turned to Sky-Killing Wolf. Following that, under the lead of Black Bear, Sky-Killing Wolf, and the python walked towards the secret passage and blocked the entrance. This time, even if that human came, he probably wouldn't be able to find them. At this moment, Xiao Changtian and the others were standing outside the Black Bear's cave. Aya, why are you guys running so fast? I can't even keep up. Xiao Changtian stood beside them and said while panting heavily, Senior, that demon seems to have escaped. Looking at Xiao Changtian, The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said solemnly. What? Escaped? To be able to run so fast, weren't you all chasing after him? Xiao Changtian was stunned by the great elder's words. We were chasing after him, but in the blink of an eye he disappeared. The elder looked at Xiao Changtian and said apologetically, who knew that the demon race person was actually so strange. He was clearly right under his nose, but he actually disappeared just like that. Hey, look, there's another cave up ahead. Maybe that demon is hiding there. Xiao Changtian pointed at the Black Bear Cave and said, Senior, that demon can't be so stupid as to hide in there, right? A member of the secret pavilion said in disbelief. How do you know if you don't go and take a look? Xiao Changtian said to them, and walked towards the Black Bear's cave. Idiot! You actually dare to question Senior? Right after Xiao Changtian left, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets slapped the man's head. This idiot actually dared to question his senior. He was simply courting death. Big. First elder, I didn't question senior. I was just thinking that the demon couldn't possibly hide in there openly like this. Looking at the first elder, that person said with an aggrieved expression, Don't worry about it. Let's follow senior in and take a look first. The great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets glared at the man before following Xiao Changtian. Then, the few of them arrived at the Black Bear's cave one after another. Great elder, come and take a look. Just as the great elder entered the cave, he heard Xiao Changshan shout. I told you that this demon was in this cave, but it seems to be dead now. Xiao Changtian looked at the dead bodies of the Asmodeans on the ground and looked around thoughtfully. This demon seemed to have been slapped to death by something. His corpse was flattened. What was it that could be so terrifying? Hiss! Fortunately, I didn't meet this thing. Otherwise, I won't be able to survive. Xiao Changtian shook his body and muttered, Yes, senior, this demon is already dead. After hearing Xiao Changshan's words, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets hurried over to check. Left. Wasn't this demon the left protector of the demon race? Suddenly, the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets saw a large left character on the left protector's waist token. He did not expect the left protector of the demon race to be killed just like that. At this moment, the first elder of the Prophecy Pavilion felt as if he was dreaming. No, I must report this matter to the Pavilion Master when I get back. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 863. Beyond the Three Realms 1. Senior, I'm really fine. Master Wanshou looked at Xiao Changtian helplessly. He didn't want to say that this was an injury, that he had never gotten into a fight with someone. It would be so embarrassing if word got out. Since you don't want to say it, then forget it. Seeing Master Wanshou's resistance, Xiao Changtian didn't force him anymore. After all, Xiao Changtian never liked to force others. At this moment, in the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, is what you said true? The Pavilion Master of the Secret Pavilion was shocked when he heard the first elder's words. That's right, Pavilion Master. Senior can even easily deal with the Black Bear of the Sage Sect level. At this moment, the great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion had a serious expression on his face. He did not have the slightest intention of joking. I didn't expect it. I really didn't expect it. I originally thought that Senior was a peak expert with the strength of a Saint Emperor, but your strength far exceeded my expectations. The Pavilion Lord of the Secret Pavilion muttered as he looked at the distance. It had been many years since an expert with the strength of a Saint Emperor had appeared in the entire Jade Lake Sacred World. Even the rare experts in the Jade Lake Sacred World, such as the Grand Elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, were only saint rulers. Now that he knew that Xiao Changtian was not only a Saint Emperor, this was beyond his knowledge. Pavilion Master, do you think Senior has already surpassed the Three Realms? Looking at the shocked expression on the Pavilion Master's face, the Great Elder suddenly thought of something. Beyond the Three Realms, the Pavilion Master's expression changed when he heard this. That's right. Why didn't I think that Senior's strength had already surpassed the Three Worlds? At this moment, The pavilion master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets finally realized that there was always someone better than him. If not for the fact that Senior's strength was beyond the three worlds, how could he have adopted that ancient immortal beast as a pet? If Senior's strength wasn't outside of the three worlds, how could he have so easily controlled the Saint Emperor Black Bear in the bone-eroding secret realm? Therefore, all these signs showed that Senior's strength was outside the three worlds. No one could be his match at all. Great Elder, it's fine as long as we all know about this matter. Don't tell outsiders. With Senior's strength, he must be tired of living like a master by pretending to be immortal. We can't disturb Senior. Thinking of this, the Pavilion Master of the Prophecy Pavilion looked at the Great Elder of the Prophecy Pavilion and instructed, with Senior, the demons won't be able to cause any trouble. At this moment, Xiao Changshan's position in the Pavilion Master's heart was comparable to that of a god. Meanwhile, in the barbarian sect, Father, that Great Elder is getting more and more outrageous. My Dantian was injured by that person, and in the end, First Elder didn't help me take revenge. Manly, who had returned to the barbarian sect, flew directly to the room of the sect master of the barbarian sect. He looked at the sect master and complained, "What? My son's Dantian is damaged." Hearing this news, the leader of the barbarian sect's expression instantly turned extremely cold. Quickly go and call the Great Elder over. This sect master wants to properly ask what's going on. The leader of the barbarian sect shouted at the guard at the door. He only had one precious son, and he was still counting on his precious son to take over the barbarian sect in the future. In the end, his Dantian was actually damaged. This matter could not be let go so easily. At this moment, the barbarian elder had just walked to the entrance of the barbarian sect. Great Elder, bad news. Quickly go and find the sect master. The sect master is angry. Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian immediately said loudly, "I understand. I'll go now." Elder Manny knew that the first thing this man Li would do when he returned was to complain. Then, the barbarian elder quickly walked towards the room of the barbarian sect master. "Sect master." The barbarian elder looked at the barbarian sect master and said respectfully, "Did you get the Yellowstone back?" Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian sect master did not get angry immediately. Instead, he asked slowly, "Sect master, the Yellowstone has been found. Please take a look." Then, the barbarian elder took out a yellow stone and handed it to the barbarian sect master. This matter was handled well. Looking at the yellow stone in his hand, the chief nodded in satisfaction. "But, what's going on with Man Li's Dantian? I specifically asked you to take good care of him before I left." Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian sect master's face gradually revealed an angry expression. Thinking about how his precious little one had actually suffered such an injury, the barbarian sect master couldn't bear it. "Sect master, you don't know. That person called Xiao Changtian had a powerful background." The barbarian elder knew that the barbarian clan master would be extremely furious. Hence he explained, "It's just Xiao Changtian. I heard from Li Er that he doesn't have any spiritual power. In other words, he's just a mortal. So what if a mortal had a background?" Looking at the barbarian elder, the barbarian sect master said with dissatisfaction, "Sect master, calm down. If we can really deal with it, would I just let it go? Moreover, that person could easily chase away a Saint Emperor Black Bear. There were also people from the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets behind him." The barbarian elder immediately explained loudly, First Elder, I know that you are secretly not very satisfied with me. However, I did not expect you to be so bold now, and even dare to deceive this sect master." After listening to the Great Elder's words, the anger on the barbarian sect master's face became even more obvious. He knew that the Great Elder was definitely looking for an opportunity to take revenge on him. The leader of the barbarian tribe and the elder of the barbarian tribe had a conflict before, but because of this incident, the two of them temporarily put aside their grudges. The leader of the barbarian tribe did not expect that the first elder would dare to lie to him like this. He simply did not put him, the leader, in his eyes. "Sect master, you must believe me. Looking at the Mani patriarch in front of him, the elder had already guessed the situation. After all, anyone who heard such a thing would be suspicious. First elder, this sect master finally understands. You just don't like this sect master, right? The barbarian tribe sect master looked at the barbarian tribe elder, with a cold smile on his face. And you even have the support of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets? Hee hee, what a joke. What level of existence was the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets? Would he support someone so easily? First elder, next time you try to fool this sect master, you better draft it a few more times. Otherwise this sect master won't believe it. After the sect master of the barbarian tribe finished speaking with a face full of anger, he looked at the barbarian tribe elder quietly. The barbarian elder knew that with the sect master's current appearance, he would not believe anything he said. Sect master, the current situation is not optimistic. I am not joking. If you don't believe me, you can go and investigate. However, sect master, you have to be prepared for the consequences of investigating Xiao Changtian. In the end, the first elder said helplessly, if you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 865. Looking for Trouble 1. What are these detestable demons doing? At this moment, the pavilion master's face turned extremely ugly. These demons actually went to find trouble with Senior so recklessly. They were simply courting death. Then Pavilion Master, do we still have to attack? The great elder of the secret pavilion asked, when he saw the Pavilion Master's gloomy expression. With Senior's strength, do you still need us to attack? The Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets took a deep breath and said, let's see what Senior's attitude is first. We'll make a decision later. Meanwhile, in the Glorious Star restaurant. Alright, stop eating. It's time to get down to business. Saint Lord Six looked at the other demons and said, Sixth brother, what should we do next? The surrounding demons asked in confusion. Just look at me. Holy Master Six said to the few of them in a bad mood. These people were just waiting for death by his side. After second divine ancestor Lu finished speaking, he glanced around. Waiter, come here. Holy Master Six shouted at the white beast from afar. Sir, what's the matter? The white beast walked over and asked with a smile. You said that your boss is the chef for today's dish, right? Holy Master Six said with a smile as he watched the white beast walk over. Yes, our boss personally cooked today. How do you feel? Although the white beast didn't know what these people wanted to do, it still praised Xiao Changtian. How is it? What kind of rubbish is this? He wouldn't even eat it if he gave it to a dog. Call your boss out. Sacred Lord Six said rudely. The white beast's expression changed drastically upon hearing Saint Master Six's words. These people in front of him were here to find trouble, right? Why didn't you hear me? Hurry up and call your boss over. Saint Master Six looked at the white beast in front of him and said impatiently. Although the white beast wanted to make a move, it remembered the rules of the Glorious Star restaurant. The customer was God, and there must be no conflict with the customer. All right. In the end, the white beast glared at Sacred Master Six before walking towards the kitchen. Sixth brother, your move is still the best. Looking at Holy Master Six, the few people around him were undoubtedly prostrating themselves in admiration. He didn't expect Saint Master Six to be so smart. He used this method to call Xiao Changtian out. This way, not only could he observe Xiao Changshan's strength better, but he wouldn't be exposed easily. Just wait and see how I deal with Xiao Changtian. Speaking up to this point, Holy Master Sx's face was filled with determination. After a while, Xiao Changtian followed the white beast out of the kitchen. What's wrong? These few guests. Is there something wrong with my cooking? Xiao Changtian had also heard from the white beast that the guests at this table were here to cause trouble. Although he was a little surprised, he still came out to take a look. Are you the owner of this Glorious Star restaurant? When Xiao Changtian came out, Saint Master Six kept sizing him up. That's right, customers. I'm the owner of Star Glory Restaurant. I'm also the head chef today. Are you not used to the food? Xiao Changtian didn't want to have any conflict with these people. After all, There were other guests in the glorious star restaurant. It would not be good if word got out. After observing Xiao Changtian for a while, the disdain on Saint Lord X's face became even more intense. What kind of expert was this Xiao Changtian? He was clearly just a mortal. How could the left protector die at the hands of such a person? It's not that I want to say this, but what are you guys doing? Not only was it terrible, but it was also so expensive. Wasn't this cheating? Looking at Xiao Changtian, Saint Lord Six said rudely. Since he knew the true face of Xiao Changtian, he did not need to be careful anymore. Dear guests, our glorious star restaurant is not a place for you to find trouble. Xiao Changshan's face darkened after hearing the Saint Lord's words. You said that our food tastes bad, so why did you eat it all? There are also people who say that the dishes of our Xinhua restaurant are expensive. It's really ridiculous. The most a dish of our Xinhua restaurant costs is only 3 gold coins. Are you all beggars? Even these few gold coins are too expensive? Looking at the sacred Lord Lu and Xiao Changtian in front of him, he was even more unceremonious. Xiao Changtian believed that customers were God. However, if someone really wanted to pick a fight with them, Xiao Changtian would not let them off easily. Moreover, these people in front of him looked like they were deliberately looking for trouble. That's right. What was going on with these people? Could he be that poor? It was already so cheap. Yet he was still looking for trouble. These people look like those kinds of deadbeats. They probably don't want to pay. He doesn't even want to pay these few gold coins. This is really shocking. This person is really shameless. The surrounding people were also attracted by Xiao Changshan's commotion. They didn't expect that there would be people looking for trouble in a place like the Glorious Star Restaurant. The dishes in Glorious Star Restaurant were not only delicious and nutritious, but they were also cheap. It had always been the most affordable restaurant in Star Town. As long as it was a resident of Star Town, there was no one who did not praise Star Glory Tower. As for the 6 holy masters, they had also seen it with their own eyes. These people were deliberately looking for trouble, or they wanted to renege on their debts. Seeing how everyone around him was criticizing him, Holy Master SX's expression turned extremely ugly. You, what do you know? Saint Master 6 looked at Xiao Changtian and the others angrily. His cooking is obviously terrible. You're actually speaking up for him. Alright. If you really don't have the money to pay, then this meal will be on me. Xiao Changtian said helplessly as he looked at Saint Master SX's unreasonable behavior. He did not expect to meet such a shameless customer. You. Saint Lord 6 was speechless at Xiao Changshan's attitude. Do you think he'll go back on my word? You, hurry up and take out some gold coins. Saint Sovereign 6 finished talking to Xiao Changtian, and then looked at a demon beside him and shouted. 6. Brother Lulu, where am I going to get gold coins? I don't have any. The person who was called was stunned and quickly said, Damn. Holy Master 6 was embarrassed, and then he asked the demon beside him. 6. Brother Lulu, I didn't do it either. The demon also said with a sad face. 6th brother, none of us have it. Seeing the anger on Saint Lord SX's face, the people beside him said in unison. They were in the demon race every day, so they didn't need gold coins at all. Moreover, even if they did, they didn't have any. In this world, you have the nerve to come out to eat without money. That's right. You can't afford it, and you still want to cheat. Seeing the Saint Lord and the others like this, the surrounding people all looked at them with disdain, and even pointed at them. If you find any errors, ads pop up, ads redirect, broken links, non-standard content, etc., please let us know report so we can fix it as soon as possible. Chapter 866. Damn it, one. The few of you are simply infuriating me. Sacred Master 6 looked at the few people in front of him with anger. He had never been treated like this, and no one had ever dared to laugh at him like this. And now it wasn't just one person. The group of people around him looked at him, as if they were looking at an idiot. This simply made Sacred Master 6 feel ashamed. No, I already said that I won't charge you guys any money. You guys should leave quickly. Xiao Changtian looked at them and said helplessly. These people standing here were simply affecting his business. Under the strange gazes of Xiao Changtian and the others, Saint Lord Six glared at Xiao Changtian and left with his men. That Xiao Changtian deserves to die. After Saint Master Six walked out, he looked at Glorious Star Tower behind him and said fiercely, "That's right, that's right. That Xiao Changtian was simply too arrogant." The demons beside him looked at Sacred Master Six's furious appearance and echoed, "You guys shut up." Hearing the words of the people beside him, Holy Master Six said angrily, "Other than having a mouth to speak, these people were useless." They were still in front of him and annoyed him. "Sixth brother, don't be angry. Why don't we think of another way?" A demon raceman walked up and said carefully, "What else can we do? I already know Xiao Changtian. He was just a person who knew how to play tricks." Saint Master Six looked at the few of them and sighed. "Don't worry about that. Let's go back first." In the end, Holy Master Six glared at the Glorious Star Tower in the distance, before bringing the few of them back to the demon race. At that moment, in the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, "Pavilion Master, those demon race people have already left." He left Stellar Town. The Great Elder of the Secret Pavilion reported to the Pavilion Master. "Senior actually didn't kill them?" The Pavilion Master of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets said with some doubt when he heard this news. "But Senior has his own plans." Then, the Pavilion Lord of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets nodded again. "Senior must have some thoughts. Otherwise he would not have let those demons go." Just like that, after a few days of peace in Starry Town, an uninvited guest came to the Starry Sect. "Reverend Wanshou, have you thought about the matter I told you about?" A white-bearded old man in the star asked Taoist Wanshou. "Chu Sheng, don't even think about that." Taoist Master Wanshou said angrily, as he looked at the white-bearded old man in front of him. One had to know that this Taoist Chu Sheng in front of him wanted the plaque on the door of his senior, the Glorious Star Pavilion. How could Taoist Wanshou let him succeed in this matter? One had to know that the old Taoist called Chu Sheng in front of him was at the level of a sage sect, while the Wanshou Immortal was only at the level of a sacred sovereign. The two of them were not on the same level at all. At first, Taoist Wanshou did not agree to this matter, and Taoist Chu Sheng broke one of his arms. Then, he gave Taoist Wanshou half a month to consider. If he could not consider it in half a month, then Taoist Chu Sheng would be serious. "Reverend Wanshou, have you really thought it through? Isn't it just a plaque? Are you going to use your life to resist me?" Chu Sheng didn't know that even though he wanted that plaque, Master Taoist Wanshou refused to hand it over no matter what. He knew that the Glorious Star Tower was under the name of the Starry Sky Sect. It wasn't too much for him to ask for a plaque, right? When Chu Sheng saw the plaque for the first time, he was deeply shocked. He had never thought that someone's calligraphy could be so shocking and contain such a strong power. Therefore, when he found out that the Glorious Star Tower was under the Starry Sky Sect, he immediately went to find Master Wanshou. However, he did not expect that this Taoist Master Wanshou would be so tactless as to reject him time and time again. "Forget it. Seeing you like this, I'll go get it myself." Chu Sheng looked at Master Taoist Wanshou's determined expression and glared at him before turning around and leaving. On the other side, the barbarian tribe sect master had arrived outside Star Town. "Are you sure? Was that Xiao Changtian in this Star Town?" Looking at the small town in front of him, the barbarian sect master asked indifferently. "Yes, sect master, he is indeed in this Star Town. However, the informant in front just said that Xiao Changtian has left his restaurant and returned to his residence." A member of the barbarian sect answered, "It's good that you're back at your own home. It'll be convenient for us to take action." The barbarian sect master snorted coldly and said with a smile. Originally, he was worried that the location of the restaurant was too prosperous, and it would be difficult to make a move. Now that Xiao Changtian had returned to his home, the heavens were on his side. Then, the leader of the barbarian tribe brought the few people behind him and walked toward Xiao Changshan's small courtyard. After a while, the barbarian sect master and the others arrived at Xiao Changshan's courtyard. "Ha, I was wondering where Xiao Changtian lived. He didn't expect to live in such a small rundown courtyard. Seeing this scene in front of me, the leader of the barbarian race believes that the barbarian race is playing with me. Why do you want to live in such a shabby place? Sect Master, are we going to make a move now? Looking at the dilapidated small courtyard in front of them, the few people who had followed the barbarian sect master were also very surprised. The few of them had heard from the Grand Elder that the person they were looking for this time was extremely powerful and not to be trifled with. However, looking at the small courtyard in front of them, the few of them did not believe the words of the first elder at all. That's right, who would live in such a place? The house looks so shabby. Looks like we don't have to sneak around anymore. The barbarian tribe sect master snorted. He was going to go to his room and torture Xiao Changtian. Then the barbarian sect master led a few people forward. Do. Looking at the small courtyard in front of him, the barbarian sect master smiled and knocked on the door. Coming right away. Fenglinger, who heard the knock on the door, immediately ran over and said, I wonder what you're here for. Fenglinger opened the door and looked at the people in front of her as she asked in confusion. Senior didn't tell her that someone was coming to the house today. Fenglinger spent most of her time on Phoenix Perch Peak and didn't know anyone from the barbarian sect. Hence, she looked at the barbarian sect master in front of her with confusion. We are here to find Xiao Changtian, the barbarian tribe sect master said bluntly. Looking for Senior? Then why don't you guys come in? Senior just went to the backyard. Oh, call him right away. Fenglinger didn't dare to neglect them. These people looked very strong. They might be Senior's friends. If the demonic beast chased them away by itself, if Senior was angry, she would be finished. Chapter 867. Run quickly 1. Please wait here. Oh, go to the back and call Senior. After Fenglinger finished speaking, she quickly walked back. Senior, there are people looking for you outside. Fenglinger quickly said after seeing Xiao Changtian. Several people? Xiao Changtian asked in confusion. Who is it? I didn't hear anyone coming either. Although Xiao Changtian was confused, he still walked forward. Black Tortoise and the others were lying in the back of the house and did not go to the front. So the few people from the barbarian sect were not frightened by them. Excuse me, who are you? Looking at the sect leader of the barbarian sect sitting in front, Xiao Changtian asked doubtfully. He did not know these people at all. Haha, Xiao Changtian, you're finally out. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the leader of the barbarian sect sneered. I am the leader of the barbarian sect. I'm sure you know about our barbarian sect. At this moment, the leader of the barbarian sect looked at Xiao Changtian with disdain. Xiao Changtian was just a mortal. His precious son's Dantian was actually damaged by such a mortal. How was this possible? The great elder must have colluded with Xiao Changtian to act so unscrupulously, while this mortal was with the Heaven Secret Pavilion. Barbarian sect? Hearing the words of the leader of the barbarian sect, Xiao Changtian instantly understood what was going on. It turned out that he had hit him. He had come to find trouble. He even brought so many people with him. What a joke. You injured my son Manly. Do you think you can run away so easily? Looking at Xiao Changtian, the leader of barbarian sect said with a fierce face. When Fenglinger saw this scene, she instantly understood. These people in front of him were here to cause trouble. However, they have found the wrong person. Did they really think that Xiao Changtian was someone to be trifled with? Hee, a few of you are in the wrong. I was just teaching him a lesson with a wooden stick. What's wrong with that? Xiao Changtian looked at the few people, and his expression gradually became serious. Did these people really think that they were easy to bully? What a joke. You only gave my son a meal? Then I'll beat you up with a wooden stick today. The leader of the barbarian sect was smiling coldly. He looked at Xiao Changtian with a gloomy face and murderous intent in his eyes. After he taught Xiao Changtian a lesson, he would teach the great elder a lesson when he returned. At this moment, under the eaves of the back room. Damn it, someone's here to court death again. White Tiger said angrily, when he heard the commotion in front of him. Black Tortoise, it's your turn this time. Looking at Black Tortoise beside him, White Tiger urged. I know. I'm going now. The black tortoise said slowly and crawled forward. At this moment, although Xiao Changtian was extremely angry, he also knew that the barbarian sect in front of him was not to be trifled with. Moreover, he didn't know what kind of strength the leader of the barbarian sect was. If he really fought with him, he probably wouldn't have much chance of winning. At this moment, the leader of the barbarian sect was about to attack Xiao Changtian. However, just as he was about to attack, he suddenly saw the black tortoise coming out from the corner of the roof. Looking at the black tortoise, the barbarian sect's sect master, who was about to attack, suddenly stopped. Then, what is that? The sect master of the barbarian sect thought that he had seen wrongly. He rubbed it in disbelief and looked at black tortoise. F***ck. Really? The black tortoise looked at the leader of the barbarian sect with disdain. With such strength, he still dared to disturb the senior. He was simply courting death. Then, under Xiao Changshan's gaze, the leader of the barbarian sect quickly withdrew his hand and bowed to Xiao Changtian. Senior, we were wrong just now. I apologize to you now. Before Imam Zhangtian could respond to what was going on, he saw the barbarian sect master bow to him and apologize. The other members of the barbarian sect were even more dumbfounded. What's going on? Zhong sect master must have taken the wrong medicine. At this moment, the other members of the barbarian sect did not see the black tortoise in the corner of the room. He looked at the reaction of the leader of the barbarian sect in surprise. Even Xiao Changtian was surprised. Could it be that this guy in front of him had schizophrenia? This disease was not common in this world. He had never even heard of it. However, he could transmigrate. What was impossible in this world? Since this barbarian sect master was a mental patient, he would not bother with him so much. After all, if a mental patient went crazy, he would not dare to deal with it. Sect master, what's wrong with you? Seeing the sect master of the barbarian sect like this, the other members of the barbarian sect could not help but walk up to the sect master and ask in confusion. The leader of the barbarian sect didn't pay attention to them. He was still looking at Xiao Changtian, who was bowing. All right, I forgive you. You should leave quickly. Xiao Changtian knew that when a mental patient went crazy, no one could stop him. Xiao Changtian had been tired for the whole day, and he didn't want to be implicated again. All right, senior, I'll leave now. The leader of the barbarian sect didn't expect Xiao Changtian to let him go so quickly. After saying that, he ran away without caring about anything else. Damn, what is going on? Zong, sect master, wait for us. Seeing the leader of the barbarian sect run away so quickly, the remaining members of the barbarian sect all chased after him in panic. No wonder that boy called Manly is like this. It turns out that his father is a psychopath. Xiao Changtian shook his head helplessly. The black tortoise saw that before it could make a move, that person had run out in fear. It only sighed. The leader of the barbarian sect, who had run far away, was panting heavily as he looked at Xiao Changshan's courtyard. He was absolutely not mistaken just now. The black tortoise under the eaves just now was the legendary black tortoise. It was simply terrifying. Sect master, why are you running? The few people from the barbarian sect who had caught up with them looked at the leader of the barbarian sect and asked curiously, Are you stupid? Didn't you see the black tortoise behind Xiao Changtian? Seeing that these people were still asking questions in confusion, the sect master of the barbarian sect said in a bad mood, What is it? Black tortoise? Sect master, are you mistaken? Why is black tortoise in that small courtyard? Hearing the words of the leader of the barbarian sect, the others asked in disbelief. Was the sect master really not seeing things? How was this possible? What's wrong? Do you not even believe me now? Looking at the few people in front of him, the barbarian sect's sect leader glared at them and said. Chapter 868. Chu Sheng 1. The black tortoise is actually in his courtyard, and is still so obedient. That Xiao Changtian is really not to be trifled with. The leader of the barbarian sect said with a serious expression, Damn it, Manly actually provoked such an expert. This is pushing me into the fire pit. At this moment, The leader of the barbarian sect was filled with guilt towards the barbarian elder. He actually suspected that the barbarian elder was playing with him. He even said those words to the barbarian elder. Just thinking about it made the leader of the barbarian sect very regretful. Aren't we going to take revenge for Manly? Seeing the sect master of the barbarian sect like this, someone asked without thinking, because he still found it unbelievable. Report your head. Hurry up and return to the sect. With that, the sect leader flew back to the barbarian sect. The remaining few people watched as the sect leader of the barbarian sect turned around and left without hesitation, so they shook their heads helplessly and followed him. The next day, Xiao Changtian woke up early to go hunting. He still had to work hard to earn money and exchange spiritual crystal points with the system. Therefore, he could not be careless with the Glorious Star Restaurant's business. On the other side, outside Glorious Star Restaurant. Star China Building, Star China Building. These big words are simply too shocking. Chu Sheng was standing not far away from the Glorious Star Restaurant. He looked at the 3 big words on the Glorious Star Restaurant and said, he had never seen such beautiful and powerful calligraphy before. Looking at the 3 big words Glorious Star Pavilion, this made him, a calligraphy lover, very excited. I must get this plaque. With that, Chu Sheng walked towards the Glorious Star Restaurant. Chu Sheng, what are you doing here? The white beast in the Glorious Star Tower asked with a serious expression when it saw Taoist Chu Sheng walk in. The white beast knew that Chu Sheng had broken his master's arm. Seeing that Chu Sheng had come all the way here, it immediately looked at him warily and said, Kid, why are you so agitated? Seeing the white beast looking at him warily, Taoist Chu Sheng raised his eyebrows and asked, wasn't this kid Master Wancha's disciple? How dare you shout in front of me? He was really courting death. Hurry up, kid. Call the author of the plaque outside. I have something to tell him. Looking at the white beast, Taoist Chu Sheng didn't pay much attention to him. She only said lazily to him. The reason why Chu Sheng could be so arrogant was because he had the support of the Jade Nether Kingdom's imperial family. One had to know that the largest and strongest country in the Jade Lake Sacred World was the Jade Nether Kingdom. It could be said that the Jade Nether Kingdom controlled many places in the Jade Lake Sacred World. Not only that, but there were also many sects in the Jade Nether Kingdom that were extremely powerful. Moreover, Chu Sheng's cultivation base was at the Sage sect, and he had the backing of the imperial family. It could be said that he would be respected no matter where he went. Now that he was in Star Town, he did not know if it was because he was too far away from the Jade Nether Kingdom, or because the people here were so powerful, but they did not show him any respect at all. On the contrary, they were all hostile. You want to find Senior? He just you? Dream on. The white beast looked at Chu Sheng and said without hesitation, Kid, do you know who you are talking to? Seeing the white beast like this, Chu Sheng's face was also filled with anger. Now even a young boy dared to talk to him like this. Did he really think that he was so weak? Aren't you afraid that your head will fall off in the next second? Chu Sheng looked at the white beast threateningly. If this kid dared to say anything else, he might really make a move. I was wondering who this was. Isn't this Taoist priest Chu Sheng? At this moment, Limitless walked out from the kitchen and said, he had heard the commotion just now, so he came out to take a look. He did not expect it to be this guy. Yo, isn't this Limitless? Why did he become a kitchen manager now? Looking at Boundless, who was still wearing his kitchen uniform, Chu Sheng said with a mocking expression, I didn't expect you to have reached this stage after so many years. Haha. As for Boundless, who was mocked by Taoist priest Chu Sheng, his face was gloomy. What happened? What happened? At this moment, Elder Su, Elder Kong, and the others in the Glorious Star Restaurant heard the commotion and rushed over. Yo, you guys are together. Ha ha ha, this is too funny. Looking at the few old men who came out, Taoist Chu Sheng laughed loudly. This was because Chu Sheng had known Limitless and the others from the beginning. Although they knew each other, they had never gotten along. Limitless and the others could not stand Chu Sheng, and Chu Sheng could not stand them either. Now, Chu Sheng couldn't help but laugh when he saw the few people in front of him doing this in the Glorious Star Restaurant. You old Taoist Chu Sheng, you actually dare to mock us? After so many years, aren't you still at Glory Sex Strength? Limitless looked at Taoist Chu Sheng and said rudely. This fellow really thought that he was someone important just because he knew someone from the Jade Nether Kingdom's imperial family. I didn't expect you to still be so sharp-tongued after not seeing you for so long. What? With your strength as a sacred sovereign, do you still want to compare with my Glory Sex Strength? The two of them retorted rudely. I'm really sorry, but my strength has already reached the level of a sage sect. If he wanted to cause trouble here, it was best to think twice. The Limitless general looked at Chu Sheng coldly. He did not believe that the four of them could not defeat him alone. After listening to Wu Jiang's words, Taoist Chu Sheng's face was full of surprise. He hadn't thought that the four of them would actually reach the strength of Sage Sect. This time, it would be difficult for him to deal with her. What is it? Do you really want to attack me? Don't tell me you don't know who's behind me? I have no other purpose in coming here now. I just want the plaque on the top floor of your glorious star restaurant. In terms of strength, Chu Sheng indeed had no chance of winning against Limitless and the others, but this did not stop him from continuing to be arrogant. Haha, you still want our glorious star restaurant's plaque? Dream on. After hearing Taoist priest Chu Sheng's words, Limitless laughed and said, this Taoist priest Chu Sheng actually wanted Senior's plaque. He was really delusional. What are you all doing here? At this moment, Xiao Changtian walked in from the entrance of the glorious star restaurant and asked curiously, Senior, you're here. Looking at Xiao Changtian, the others immediately said respectfully. At this moment, Taoist Chu Sheng was also sizing up Xiao Changtian. Could this person in front of him be the expert they were talking about? How was this possible? Wasn't he just a mortal? Chapter 869, A Contest 1. Senior, this guy wants the glorious Star Tower's plaque. If we don't agree, he won't leave. Then Limitless started to complain to Xiao Changtian. Oh, there's actually such a thing. Xiao Changtian looked at Chu Sheng in surprise. This old man looked quite normal. He didn't expect him to do such a thing. Uncle, our glorious star restaurant signboard is not for sale. Xiao Changtian smiled at Chu Sheng and said. Chu Sheng listened to Xiao Changshen's answer and didn't say anything. Instead, he glanced at him and said indifferently, could it be that the plaque outside was written by you? Xiao Changtian frowned and looked at Taoist Chu Sheng. Yes, I wrote the plaque outside. Xiao Changtian said without hesitation. What was wrong with this old man? Why was he so obsessed with his own plaque? Could it be that this old man was not going to leave until he got the plaque? You wrote it? Haha, how is that possible? How could a person like you write such words? What Xiao Changtian didn't expect was that this old man would laugh at him after hearing his words. Old Taoist Chu Sheng, are you courting death? How dare you say that about Senior? Hearing Chu Sheng's words, not only Xiao Changtian, but everyone else around him looked at him angrily. This Taoist priest Chu Sheng actually dared to say such things about Senior. He was really courting death. Wasn't he afraid that Senior would get angry and slap him to death? After hearing Chu Sheng's words, Xiao Changshen's expressionless face was filled with anger. Is this old man all right? A person like me. What kind of person am I? No, uncle, don't be unreasonable here. Although I, Xiao Changtian, respect the old and love the young, if you still refuse to let me go, don't blame me for bullying the old. Xiao Changtian said. It seemed that if he didn't show his power, everyone would really think that he was a sick cat. Such a thing had been happening for the past few days. If he didn't stop it, anyone would dare to come and find trouble in the future. Ha ha ha, kid. Since you said you wrote this plaque, do you dare to bet with me? Seeing Xiao Changshen's arrogance, Chu Sheng's interest was piqued. It just so happened that Limitless and the others were also present. Although he couldn't win in martial arts, he could still win in literature. At that time, he would be able to obtain that plaque openly. After hearing Taoist priest Chu Sheng's words, the faces of Limitless and the others turned ugly. Everyone knew that Chu Sheng had been practicing calligraphy since he was 3 years old. He had been practicing calligraphy for decades. Now he actually wanted to use what he was best at to compare with his senior. How shameless. How do you want to compete? Xiao Changtian raised his eyebrows and asked. He was not afraid of the competition. He did not believe that the old man in front of him could compare to him. Xiao Changtian was very confident in his calligraphy. It's very simple. Let's compete in calligraphy. If I win, the plaque outside will be mine. Chu Sheng had already thought about it. He just needed Xiao Changtian to agree. As for this competition, he was 100% confident, because he didn't believe that the words Glorious Star Restaurant were written by Xiao Changtian. What if you lose? Xiao Changtian sneered as he looked at Chu Sheng. Haha, if I lose, how can I lose? But you said that for the sake of fairness. If I lose, I'll give you the spirit brush in my hand. Chu Sheng said confidently. Spirit brush? This Taoist Chu Sheng was actually so willing? That's right. He was actually so willing to do so. However, he did not know who would win. After all, Taoist Chu Sheng had decades of experience. Chu Sheng's experience was probably even greater than his senior's age. Hearing Taoist Chu Sheng's words, the surrounding people whispered. They knew how important the spirit brush was. The spirit brush was not just a brush. It was also a magic weapon that could kill. Moreover, it was a very high-level magic tool. This spirit brush was very precious to Taoist Chu Sheng. Although I don't care about this pen, it seems to be very important to you. Since you're so sincere, let's do this. Xiao Changtian didn't care about the rewards. He just wanted to teach this old man a lesson, and not cause trouble outside just because he was old. Humph. He didn't care at all. In a while, he would make you lose completely. Seeing Xiao Changshan's disdain, Chu Sheng rolled his eyes and said, This brat actually despised his spirit brush. He was simply too arrogant. In a while, he would let this kid know what true strength was. Since the bet has been set, let's start now. Otherwise, it will affect the business of my Glorious Star Restaurant. Xiao Changtian glanced at Chu Sheng and said, White Beast, Uncle Limitless, please help me prepare some brush and ink. Xiao Changtian said to the people behind him, Senior, I have some here, but it's very ordinary. At this moment, Elder Wuxia walked in from outside and said, he didn't expect Chu Sheng to be so fast. Since Uncle Wuxia is prepared, then it doesn't matter if it's ordinary. Xiao Changtian waved his hand nonchalantly. Calligraphy was not about tools. Even if he used ordinary brush and ink, Xiao Changtian could still write well. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Master Taoist Wuxia did not hesitate, and quickly took out his brush and ink. On the other side, Taoist Chu Sheng took out his spirit brush. He looked at the ordinary tools on Xiao Changshan's side. Chu Sheng sneered. How could that brush and ink compare to his own spirit brush? This Xiao Changtian really overestimated himself. Just wait to lose. Senior, can we really win? Looking at the gap between the two sides, Limitless said worriedly. Uncle Limitless, how can you not trust Senior? Who was Senior? Since he had said it, he would definitely win. Lorraine consoled him from the side. This wasn't a consolation, because Lorraine believed that her senior would definitely win. At this moment, Xiao Changtian and Taoist Chu Sheng each occupied a table and prepared their tools. Since both of us are ready, let's set a theme first. I'll let you have your way this time. You can decide the theme this time. Taoist Chu Sheng looked at Xiao Changtian and revealed a determined smile, because he believed that no matter what the theme was, he would win. Alright, since you put it that way, then don't set a theme. Just write 4 big words. Twisting heaven and earth. What do you think? Xiao Changtian said with a smile. Chapter 870, Turning the Tide 1. Twisting heaven and earth? Ha, you're really bold. Chu Sheng didn't expect Xiao Changtian to be so arrogant, but since he said it, he would satisfy him. Alright, then the two of us will write these 4 big words, and see who can write them better. Chu Sheng nodded. He wanted to make Xiao Changtian admit defeat. Then the two of them began to move their hands. Chu Sheng spread out the xian paper he had brought with him, and began to move his hands. On the other hand, Xiao Changtian was still slowly spreading the paper, while Chu Sheng was dancing on the paper. After a while, Chu Sheng finished writing the words twisting heaven and earth. That Taoist Chu Sheng is indeed a person who has practiced calligraphy for so many years. I seem to feel the power of the great Tao in this calligraphy. Looking at Chu Sheng's calligraphy, the surrounding onlookers exclaimed. When they saw the two people writing calligraphy in the Glorious Star restaurant, they could not help but come over. When they saw the words written by Chu Sheng, they were all extremely surprised. He seemed to be Chu Sheng from the Jade Nether Kingdom. Finally, someone in the crowd exclaimed, "What? It was that calligraphy saint Chu Sheng." Upon hearing this name, the people in the crowd suddenly became excited. They did not expect that this Taoist Chu Sheng would actually come to their star town. This was simply big news. I never thought that I would be able to see Taoist Chu Sheng's handwriting in my lifetime. Yes, this word is simply a divine stroke. No one can compare to him. At this moment, everyone around was praising the 4 words written by Chu Sheng. Hearing the praises of the people around him, Taoist Chu Sheng had a smug look on his face. He knew that his name was still very useful. Wasn't he recognized? Hearing the praises of the people around him, Taoist Chu Sheng smiled and nodded at them. As expected of Chu Sheng, he's actually so amiable. He even nodded at us just now. Yes. I wonder if I can ask him for an autograph later. On the other side, everyone was praising Chu Sheng while Xiao Changtian was pointing at the beginning. What is that Taoist Chu Sheng so proud of? Let's see how Senior will make him admit defeat later. Looking at Chu Sheng and the white beasts, he said disdainfully. He would let this Taoist Chu Sheng be smug for a while longer, and see how Senior would crush him later. Under such circumstances, Xiao Changtian finally began to write on the paper. Twist. Looking at the white paper, Xiao Changtian murmured. Turn. Qian. Kuan. These 4 words were written by Xiao Changtian in one go. It's done. Looking at his own handwriting, Xiao Changtian gently put down the brush in his hand. Ha, you're finally done. Let me see how good your writing is. After saying that, Chu Sheng was about to take Xiao Changshan's words and mock him. However, just as he walked to Xiao Changshan's table, his pupils constricted and his face was filled with shock. At the same time his body trembled slightly. Did you write this? Then, Chu Sheng looked at Xiao Changtian in shock. He couldn't believe that this mortal in front of him could actually write such words. The words in front of him were not just words, but even the energy contained in them did not dare to look directly at them. At this moment, the words twisting heaven and earth were no longer words, but could really turn the world around. Immediately, Chu Sheng quickly moved his eyes away from Xiao Changshan's words. He felt that if he continued reading, not only would he be able to turn the tables, but he would also be able to turn the tables. Hey old man, I wrote these words here. Did everyone see it? Xiao Changtian rolled his eyes at Taoist Chu Sheng. Could it be that this Taoist priest Chu Sheng wanted to go back on his word? However, he would not give him the chance to go back on his word. Then, you were also the one who wrote the signboard for Glorious Star Restaurant. At this moment, Chu Sheng finally believed that the plaque outside was written by Xiao Changtian, and he had unintentionally offended such a senior. No, I said, what's wrong with you, old man? I said that I wrote that plaque from the beginning, but you didn't believe me. Looking at Chu Sheng in front of him, Xiao Changtian was getting impatient. This old man was really looking for trouble. He would definitely kick him out later. Alright, since both of us have finished writing, it's time to determine the winner. Then, Xiao Changtian placed his words together with Chu Sheng's words without hesitation. How is it? This time, he would let everyone decide whose handwriting was better. Xiao Changtian turned around and said to the people around him. Everyone was attracted by Xiao Changshan's words. There were also many cultivators around. When they saw Xiao Changshan's words, all of them widened their eyes in surprise. They couldn't believe that someone could write to this extent. Twisting heaven and earth. It can really turn the tables. Looking at Xiao Changshan's words, the cultivators around him murmured. They could feel how powerful Xiao Changshan's words were. Not good. Everyone, don't look at it yet. The energy in these words is too strong. We can't resist it at all. Immediately someone shouted. That person only looked at it for 2 seconds, but he could feel that his soul was being attacked by the words twisting heaven and earth. This Xiao Changtian was simply too terrifying. Compared to Chu Sheng's words immediately dimmed. It could even be said that with Xiao Changshan's words beside him, no one would notice Chu Sheng's words at all. Even an ordinary mortal could feel a majestic aura from Xiao Changshan's words. This aura was something that Taoist Chu Sheng could not compare to. I didn't expect that this Taoist Chu Sheng couldn't even compare to the owner of the Glorious Star restaurant. Yes. I wonder how the title of calligraphy saint landed on Taoist Chu Sheng's head. At this moment, the moment Xiao Changtian took out his calligraphy, everyone's attitude changed. Each of them praised Xiao Changtian, and each of them doubted Chu Sheng. How is it? Who do you think will win? Xiao Changtian asked with a smile. A senior, is there a need to ask? Of course you won. Who the hell is that Taoist Chu Sheng? He can't even compare to you. Limitless, who was standing at the side, immediately stood up and said loudly when he saw the situation in front of him. Chapter 871. Unacceptable. 1. It had to be said that this was really venting his anger. That Taoist priest Chu Sheng had thought that he was a big shot just because he had some status in the Jade Nether Kingdom. Now he had been slapped in the face by a senior. This was really venting his anger. You guys. Alright, I admit that your calligraphy is indeed better than mine. I admit it. Chu Sheng had never suffered such humiliation before. This was the field that he was best at. He had lost to a mortal in calligraphy. He had used the spirit brush, while Xiao Changtian had used the most ordinary brush and ink. Chu Sheng couldn't accept all of this. He didn't expect that Taoist Chu Sheng didn't go back on his word. Xiao Changtian thought that Taoist Chu Sheng would go back on his word and run away. He was already prepared. He didn't expect that Taoist Chu Sheng would admit it. Since you've lost, then give the spirit brush to senior. Looking at Taoist Chu Sheng, Limitless mocked him. Looking at how arrogant they were, Chu Sheng gritted his teeth in anger. These people were simply too infuriating. After this incident, he would definitely think of a way to teach these guys a lesson. Finally, looking at Xiao Changtian in front of him, Chu Sheng reluctantly took out his spiritual brush. After all, he was a public figure. Although this place was not big, if it was spread that he had broken the bet, not only would it affect him, but it would also affect the person behind him. Hurry up and bring it over. Seeing Chu Sheng's hesitation, Xiao Changtian impatiently took the brush from his hand. Is this pen not good either? I thought it was something good. Looking at the spirit brush in his hand, Xiao Changtian criticized it without hesitation. He wasn't targeting Chu Sheng, but he had seen many brushes that were much better than this one. And now this old man, such a lousy pen, was so precious to him. He must have been scammed by someone. It seemed like he must have been scammed of a large sum of money. However, he still had to accept it. After all, this was a lesson for this old man. He wanted to see if this old man would still cause trouble for no reason next time. Hearing Xiao Changshan's words, Chu Sheng was furious. It was fine if his treasure had lost, but Xiao Changtian still said that. Although Taoist Chu Sheng was very angry, he couldn't do anything about it. After all, this person's calligraphy was so awesome. He didn't know how strong he was. If he didn't have eyes, he would definitely be finished. Humph. Looking at the current scene, Taoist Chu Sheng knew that there was no need for him to stay any longer. Hence, he glared fiercely at Limitless and the others before leaving. Ha ha ha, this is too good. That old man should be treated like this. Wu Jiang said happily. Do you still know each other? Xiao Changtian looked at Boundless and asked. Of course, senior. That Taoist Chu Sheng is a sarcastic hypocrite. This time, it can be considered a fierce slap to his face. Limitless didn't hide the fact that he knew Taoist priest Chu Sheng, and confessed openly. I see. No wonder you look so distressed. This pen must have cost that old Taoist a lot of money. However, to him, this pen was useless. He would just put it away and eat the dust. By the way, Lorraine, how's the income of our Glorious Star restaurant in the past few months? Xiao Changtian turned around and asked. Senior, don't worry, I've calculated it for you. In these few months, your net income is 500,000 gold coins. Looking at Xiao Changtian, Lorraine immediately reported. 500,000. Xiao Changtian was very surprised when he heard this number. He didn't expect it to be so much. It was beyond his expectation. He didn't expect this glorious star restaurant to be so popular. However, Xiao Changtian thought about it again. Although it was so much, if he exchanged it with the system, it wouldn't be worth much. But senior, I have a piece of news that I don't know if I should tell you. Looking at Xiao Changtian, Luo Lan said hesitantly. It's okay. Go ahead. Xiao Changtian was a little confused. Was there anything wrong with this? That's right, senior. You originally wanted to have an income of 700,000 yuan. But Pixiu, he ate 200,000 gold coins. We managed to hide the remaining 500,000 with great difficulty. Luo Lan said to Xiao Changtian with some embarrassment. Although she didn't know if the senior would be angry, she knew that this matter couldn't be hidden. What? How much did you eat? Xiao Changtian couldn't believe his ears. Did Lorraine just say 200,000? Could it be that he had heard wrongly? Senior, you didn't hear wrongly. The Pixiu ate 200,000. Lorraine said helplessly. After all, they couldn't directly attack the senior's pet. They could only slightly block it, although it wasn't very useful. Hearing Luo Lan's confirmation, Xiao Changtian almost fainted. He was wondering why he hadn't seen the Pixiu in the small courtyard for the past few days. So it turned out that they had come here to steal food. However, this was too much. 200,000 gold coins. That was 200,000 gold coins. How long would it take for him to earn it back? No, he had to teach Pixiu a good lesson. If he dared to eat again, he had to break his teeth. On the other side, in the territory of the demons. Sixth brother, are you going to find trouble with Xiao Changtian? What's wrong? The devil asked as he looked at Sacred Master 6. Of course, I want Xiao Changtian to die a horrible death. This time, he didn't get any useful information. He was even taught a lesson. He didn't expect that he would be taught a lesson by the demonic flame Sacred Lord, not only at Xiao Changshan's place, but also when he came back. And all of this was because of that kid called Xiao Changtian. When had he ever been bullied like this? This time, he had to teach him a lesson no matter what. But didn't the demonic flame Sacred Lord warn you not to go find Xiao Changtian? What's wrong? The demon asked carefully when he saw the anger on Sacred Master SX's face. If he doesn't let me go, can't I go secretly? Saint Master 6 glared at him and said, Don't follow me this time. You guys are simply burdens. Thinking back to what happened last time, Holy Master 6 was still angry. If it wasn't for the fact that these people didn't bring gold coins, would they have ended up being criticized by everyone? This time he must make Xiao Changtian suffer. Chapter 872. Anger 1. On the other side, Xiao Changtian angrily found Pixiu, who was hiding in a corner of the glorious star restaurant. Damn Pixiu, I'm going to teach you a good lesson today. Looking at Pixiu hiding in the corner, Xiao Changtian grabbed him by the back of his neck and pulled him out. Pixiu, who was dragged out by Xiao Changtian, looked at Xiao Changtian with a wronged expression, as if Xiao Changtian had done something wrong to him. You stole so many of my gold coins, and you still feel wronged. Looking at Pixiu, Xiao Changtian said fiercely. This Pixiu had eaten so many of his gold coins, and even its body was much bigger than before. It seemed that the 200,000 gold coins were not wasted. Woo woo. Pixiu looked at Xiao Changtian questioning him, and whimpered in grievance. Senior, it's all my fault. I couldn't keep an eye on Pixiu. At this moment, Feng Linger suddenly appeared and looked at Xiao Changtian. Because Feng Linger was afraid of Pixiu, she didn't dare to care about Pixiu, which was why such a big disaster had happened. Linger, this isn't your fault. This Pixiu naturally likes this gold coin. However, after this incident, this Pixiu could forget about stepping out of the courtyard. After that, Xiao Changtian angrily dragged Pixiu and walked towards the courtyard. Along the way, Xiao Changtian kept teaching the Pixiu in his hands a lesson. Because Pixiu had eaten too much this time, even Xiao Changtian, who had a good temper, couldn't help but get angry. In the future, you should stay in this small courtyard. Without my order, if you dare to step out of this small courtyard, watch how I teach you a lesson. After a while, Xiao Changtian walked to the small courtyard and threw Pixiu into the courtyard. Xiao Changtian said fiercely, Oh right Ling Air, Don't dare to touch these animals just because you offended me. If these animals dare to do anything, teach them a good lesson. Xiao Changtian turned around and said to Feng Linger, "All right, senior. I'll remember it." Feng Linger nodded at Xiao Changtian. Pai Xiu, who was thrown into the courtyard by Xiao Changtian, walked to the white tiger with a wronged expression. "Brother Hu, what should we do? Master is angry." Pai Xiu looked at the white tiger with an aggrieved expression. "I told you not to eat so much, but you didn't listen. Master is angry. We can't do anything about it." The white tiger looked at Pai Xiu and said helplessly. This Pai Xiu was so gluttonous. Moreover, he ate his master's favorite gold coins. Now that he had been discovered, how could he not be scolded by his master? "Perhaps you can make up for your mistakes." At this moment, Black Tortoise looked at Pai Xiu and said, "Make up for it? How?" Hearing this, Pai Xiu immediately perked up. If he could really make up for his mistakes, then his master would definitely be happy. If Senior was happy, he might not restrict his freedom anymore. To Pai Xiu, staying in this small courtyard and not being allowed to go out was a very uncomfortable punishment. Isn't it easy to make up for your mistakes? You can find more gold coins than you eat and bring them back to Master. When Master sees so many gold coins, will he be angry? Black Tortoise looked at Pai Xiu and said indifferently, "Good idea, Brother Turtle. Why didn't I think of this?" When Pai Xiu heard this idea, he looked at Black Tortoise in surprise. As expected of an old bastard who had lived for such a long time, the idea was good. "Don't call me Brother Turtle. I've lived much longer than you. I can even be your grandfather." Black Tortoise glanced at Pai Xiu helplessly and said, "All right, Master Turtle. But now, Master doesn't even let me out of the small courtyard. How can I find so many gold coins?" Then Pai Xiu said helplessly, "Are you stupid? Why don't you sneak out?" The white tiger smiled and said, "Anyway, Senior isn't in the small courtyard most of the time. Even if you sneak out, he won't know." "Brother Hu, you're right. I understand." Hearing White Tiger's words, Pai Xiu nodded in agreement. Anyway, Feng Linger was afraid of him. He would sneak out and find the gold coins and bring them back to his master. His master would definitely be happy. Meanwhile, in the barbarian sect, the barbarian tribe sect master looked at the barbarian tribe elder in front of him with a determined expression. This time, we'll apologize to that expert properly. I wonder if that expert will forgive us. The barbarian tribe sect master looked at the barbarian tribe elder and said worriedly. Ever since the barbarian tribe sect master had experienced that incident, he had been very regretful. After returning, not only did he apologize to the barbarian elder, he also taught Manly a lesson. This damned Manly actually dared to provoke such an expert. Although that expert had said that he would let him go before he left, the barbarian sect leader still felt uneasy. He was very afraid that if that expert was suddenly unhappy one day, he would casually destroy their barbarian sect. Thinking about the consequences, the sect master of barbarian sect felt his hair stand on end. The barbarian elder shook his head helplessly when he saw the leader of the barbarian sect. Back then, he had advised this sect master, but he refused to listen. Now he had to provoke that expert. That expert had a bad impression of their barbarian sect to begin with. After the sect master's interference, they actually wanted that expert to forgive them. However, the barbarian elder did not dare to tell the barbarian sect master about this. "Sect master, as long as the things we bring suit that expert's wishes, he might forgive us." The barbarian elder looked at the barbarian sect master and said slowly, "Oh right, I brought so many artifacts this time. It doesn't necessarily suit the master's heart. Oh right, elder, hurry up and call over the beautiful women who were paid tribute by the other sects the day before yesterday." Then, the sect leader of the barbarian sect thought of something and quickly said. Not long after, the barbarian elder brought the beautiful women who had been paid tribute by other sects 2 days ago. Ha ha ha, I'm really smart. That expert might not be interested in the treasure aura. But these beauties were not ordinary. Such a woman was rarely seen in the Jade Lake sacred world. Presumably, that expert had never experienced it before. Looking at the few women in front of him, the barbarian sect master said with a satisfied expression. It was not because of anything else, but because these women were very different from the women in the Jade Lake sacred world. This is a woman who has paid tribute to other sects, but she is a legitimate woman. It had taken so many years to find these lamia. From this, one could see how rare lamia were. That expert must not have experienced it before, because the few snake girls in the Jade Lake sacred world were all here. If these snake girls can make the master happy, then the master will definitely not pursue our barbarian sect. Chapter 873, Pixius Operation 1, Sect Master. Your method is really thoughtful. Looking at the few snake girls in front of him, the barbarian elder nodded. Presumably, that expert did not lack women by his side, but he definitely lacked these unique women. No matter what, he would just follow the sect master. However, in that case, we should go a few days later. These snake girls must be properly nurtured in the middle gate for the next few days. The leader of the barbarian sect looked at the snake girls in front of him and nodded. On the other side, the great elder of the prophecy pavilion had also arrived at the glorious star pavilion. Senior, when are you going to look for the next spirit tree seed? He looked at Xiao Changtian and asked the great elder of the prophecy pavilion. Naturally, the sooner we find it, the better. Xiao Changtian looked at the great elder and replied, What's wrong? Great elder, do you have something you need my help with? If not for something, the great elder of the prophecy pavilion would not have come to find him at this time. That's right, senior. Our pavilion of heavenly secrets does indeed have a matter that requires your help. It's about the demons. The great elder of the prophecy pavilion said with a serious expression. Great elder, if you have anything to say, just say it. I promised you before that I would help you. Xiao Changtian was not surprised when he heard this, because he had heard that the demons were becoming more and more rampant. Senior, with your answer, I can be at ease. However, this matter will have to wait a few more days, because the specific situation has not been confirmed. The great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets nodded. He was afraid that Xiao Changtian would go to find the seed of the spirit tree, and would not have time to help them deal with the devil race. Since I've promised you, then you can rest assured. I can wait for a period of time before looking for the spirit tree seed. Xiao Changtian replied firmly. However, at this moment, the first elder of the prophecy pavilion suddenly felt that something was wrong. It's really strange. Why is there a demon aura in this place? This was because the great elder's cultivation was not as profound as the pavilion master's. Therefore, when the demons possessed ordinary people, the great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets could not see through them at a glance. No, this must be the aura of a demon. The grand elder of the prophecy pavilion looked around with a serious expression. D*MN. Did that person from the pavilion of heavenly secrets discover me? Sacred Master 6, who had possessed an ordinary person, looked at the great elder of the prophecy pavilion and muttered guiltily. This time, in order to find trouble with Xiao Changtian, he had deliberately robbed a lot of gold coins before coming. Moreover, he thought that his disguise was flawless. And how did that person from the pavilion of heavenly secrets discover him? He must have been too worried. He just had to pretend to be an ordinary person. Strange, is this the aura of the demon race? The first elder of the prophecy pavilion looked around and muttered with some uncertainty. What's wrong with the great elder? Is there something going on around here? Xiao Changtian asked curiously, as he saw the great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets looking around with a mysterious expression. It's nothing. I think my eyes are playing tricks on me. The great elder of the pavilion of heavenly secrets tried to sense it again, and found that the aura of the devil race had disappeared. He smiled apologetically at Xiao Changtian and said, Damn, I thought something was wrong. The great elder's actions made Xiao Changtian wary. In the end, the great elder was wrong. Xiao Changtian was relieved. Phew, you scared me. Fortunately, I reacted quickly. Saint Master 6 said guiltily. Fortunately, when he saw the great elder of the prophecy pavilion, he quickly tried his best to conceal his aura. That was why the great elder of the prophecy pavilion did not sense it again. Since there's nothing else, then Senior, I'll go back first. After bidding farewell to Xiao Changtian, the great elder of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets walked out of the glorious Star Pavilion. Ha ha ha, Xiao Changtian. Let's see how I'm going to deal with you this time. The great elder of the Prophecy Pavilion had already left. Saint Master 6 came back to his senses and looked at Xiao Changtian, who was far away. At this moment, outside the glorious Star Restaurant, Pai Xiu was crouching in the dark. I didn't expect that the owner's glorious Star Tower had the most aura of gold coins. Pai Xiu said helplessly. Originally, he had planned to find a place with a lot of gold coins and steal them back for his master. He didn't expect that the place with the most gold coins aura would be his master's Starflower restaurant. I definitely can't touch master's gold coins. In that case, I'll find the customer with the most gold coins in the glorious Star restaurant. Pai Xiu thought of this and nodded. Then, in order not to be discovered by its master, Pai Xiu quickly concealed its aura. Pai Xiu jumped onto the windowsill of glorious Star restaurant. Wow, that person actually took so many gold coins. When Pai Xiu jumped onto the windowsill, he saw Sacred Master 6 sitting there. At the same time, Pai Xiu could feel that Sacred Master 6 was the one who had the most gold coins among everyone present. Since that's the case, my target this time is you. Pai Xiu looked at Holy Master 6 and chuckled. Then, Pai Xiu jumped to the feet of Sacred Master 6. Meow meow. Before this, Pai Xiu had transformed into the shape of a cat. Therefore, he was squatting beside Holy Master 6's feet and meowing. Where did this cat come from? Saint Master 6, who was thinking about how to deal with Xiao Changtian, suddenly heard a meow. Go to the side and play. Don't disturb me. Looking at the Pai Xiu under his feet, Holy Master 6 said impatiently, I'm so cute and you're chasing me away? Hearing Holy Master 6's words, Pai Xiu said, however, you're going to be so unlucky that I'll steal all your gold coins. I won't fuss over it with you. Then, Sacred Master 6 saw Pai Xiu jump to his side. Why is this silly cat so annoying? Seeing Pai Xiu jump to his side, Holy Master 6 said impatiently. Then, Holy Master 6 impatiently stretched out his hand towards Pai Xiu, wanting to chase this damn cat away. However, before Sacred Master 6 could make a move, Pai Xiu jumped onto his body and quickly ran away. F***ck, how F***king unlucky? Sacred Lord 6, who was shocked by Pai Xiu's actions, said angrily. However, Saint Master 6 immediately suppressed his anger, because the white beast was walking towards him. Waiter, is your boss still the chef today? The Sacred Lord immediately called out to the white beast. This customer, our boss is not that free, the white beast said with a smile. However, the other chefs in our glorious Star restaurant are still very good. Alright. In that case, give me a few signature dishes. Holy Master 6 replied in disappointment. He didn't expect Xiao Changfeng to not cook today. Chapter 874. East End Robber 1. This was because the person that Sacred Master 6 possessed was completely different from the previous person. Therefore, no one realized that the person who came this time was still Sacred Master 6. Soon the table was filled with dishes. Saint Master 6 looked at the table full of dishes and fell into deep thought. How should he make Xiao Changtian pay the price this time? I still have the green devil worms. At this moment, the Saint Lord suddenly remembered that he still had the green demon worms. This kind of worm was colorless and tasteless. When he ate half of it, he would put it in the dish and then extort Xiao Changtian. Thinking that Xiao Changtian was going to be blackmailed by him, Saint Master 6 was so happy that he started to eat the dishes on the table. Not long after, Holy Master 6 began his own actions. Waiter, come here quickly. Why are there worms in your meat? After putting the green demon worm into the meat, Holy Master 6 shouted at the people in the glorious Star restaurant. This time, he wanted to attract more people and put Xiao Changtian on the spot. Sir, what's wrong? The white beast ran over when it heard the sound. How do you cook in this place? Why are there worms in this dish? Sacred Master 6 pointed at the green demon worms on the table. It shouldn't be. How can the dishes in our Xinghua restaurant have worms? The white beast looked at the green bug in surprise. The white worm was still lying on the meat, looking especially disgusting. I don't care. Hurry up and call your boss over. I want to ask him what's going on. Holy Master 6 shouted with a righteous expression. What happened? What happened? However, before the white beast could move, Xiao Changtian walked over and asked. Xiao Changtian was about to leave when he heard a commotion. He walked over and asked, Boss, quickly take a look at what's going on. There are worms in your vegetables. Besides, I don't think this is simple. Then, Sacred Master 6 began his plan. I know that even if you come into contact with this kind of insect, it will be fatal. Your Star Glory restaurant actually joked about the safety of your customers. Fortunately, I saw it. If I had accidentally eaten it, I would probably be dead by now. Sacred Lord 6 then looked at the people who were eating and shouted. Everyone, it's best to eat slowly. Be careful of such insects in the dishes. If you eat these insects, it'll really kill you. Saint Master 6 sneered at Xiao Changtian. Xiao Changtian looked at Sacred Master 6, as if he was looking at a retard. Sir, do you have any evidence to prove that this worm is in our dish? Moreover, such a poisonous worm is still alive and kicking. I'm afraid you didn't put it there yourself. Xiao Changtian retorted. Pfft, I put it there myself. Why should I find trouble for nothing? Saint Master 6 didn't expect Xiao Changtian to react differently from him. What else? It must be because you realized that you didn't have the money to pay for your meal. Just think of this despicable move. This reminded Xiao Changtian of the same thing that the last customer said to him. He looked at Holy Master 6 with disdain. Damn it, I have plenty of money. Is there a need not to pay for your meal? When he thought of the previous incident, the Sixth Lord's face still felt like it was burning. However, this time, he had robbed quite a lot of gold coins. He could even afford to pay for 10 meals, let alone one. After saying that, Holy Master 6 was about to take out the gold coins that he had just robbed. However, what he did not expect was that even after he searched his entire body, the coins he had just robbed were gone. What happened? This was impossible. He had put his own blood in this pocket. Saint Master 6's expression changed, and he touched his pocket in embarrassment. I knew it. This person must have no money to pay for the meal, and found this excuse. At this moment, the surrounding people were all attracted over. They didn't believe the words of Sacred Master 6. Tisk, white beast, I'll leave this person to you. I still have something to do, and will go out first. Xiao Changtian rolled his eyes at the Saint Lord. Why are there always people trying to escape orders? No, I must set a rule in Glorious Star Restaurant in the future. Hey, don't go. Saint Lord 6 said anxiously as he watched Xiao Changtian leave. He really didn't expect that all the gold coins he had robbed would disappear. Dear customer, if you really can't afford to pay for the meal, you can stay in Xinghua Restaurant and wash the dishes for us. The white beast also looked at Sacred Master 6 with disdain. Sigh. I didn't expect this person to be so shameless. Wait for this person. Wasn't this the person who robbed someone at the East Inn this morning? At this moment, someone in the surroundings suddenly exclaimed, Robber from the East. It's him. At this moment, the surrounding people all reacted. Wasn't this person in front of them the one who robbed the east side of the Star Tremor this morning? He didn't expect this person to dare to come to the Glorious Star Restaurant for a meal so openly. Not good. How did I get exposed? Sacred Master 6 did not expect that he would encounter such a thing when he had just begun to display his abilities. Seeing that the situation around him was not right, Holy Master 6 immediately ran towards the entrance of the Glorious Star Restaurant. Damn it! If this place wasn't the territory of the Pavilion of Heavenly Secrets, I would have revealed my true form long ago. Sacred Master 6 cursed as he ran. Starry Town was the secret pavilion's territory, and the pavilion master was in the town. If he used mana recklessly, the secret pavilion's members would definitely hunt him down. Not far away, Pai Xiu looked at the fleeing Sacred Master 6 and chuckled. That guy's money was actually stolen, but it was just nice to hand it over to the owner. At this moment, in Star Magnificent Tower, D*MN, it really broadened my horizons. There are actually all kinds of people now. The white beast sighed. That person really made people speechless. After robbing, he still dared to come for a meal. The white beast shook its head. It had wasted another table of food. On the other side, in the pavilion of heavenly secrets. Sect Master, Senior has already agreed. When we go, we just have to call him. The great elder of the prophecy pavilion said to the pavilion master. This matter will probably have to wait for some time. After all, the Jade Nether Kingdom has yet to give me an accurate reply. The pavilion master of the pavilion of heavenly secrets said indifferently. This time, the Jade Nether Kingdom had made a mistake. Not long ago, the Jade Nether Kingdom had sent a request for help to the prophecy pavilion, saying that the demon race had invaded. However, just as the prophecy pavilion wanted to clarify the matter, there was no further response. You're tuning in to the Li Mei's Wuxia Whispers YouTube channel. We're so grateful for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to join us on this incredible journey through captivating stories. Your generosity through donations truly makes a world of difference, as it's the primary source of revenue that allows me to expand and enhance this channel for you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of this adventure.